stream to cut off the beginning part. I really should get like a we're starting in 30 frickin' seconds banner or something. I'm sure people are getting an ad right now, so it doesn't even matter. And this is say if people are
Watch it
already
out.
here. Make sure I can see the viewers. And actually, I should make sure I can see the followers. There we go.
Watching your little face at the top not match your voice from the call weirds me out.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. So when I stream off of my Xbox, I do Elgato capture, and in order to do that, I have to share the window with the OBS layout to the people I'm streaming with. And so
Right.
they get the game plus plus the chat plus me mugging, and it's like I have to wonder if that's the most distracting thing on the planet. Um, Nevertheless, hi Heather, hello, welcome everybody to this wonderful. We're doing it again, and by it I mean a stream, and by we I mean myself, and I'm joined by the wonderful. Oh my God, Charlie, are you there?
Hello, hello. Uh, I am Charlie. I am here. I am so glad to be here. I love playing Super Mario Brothers 3.
Mm-hmm.
I spent all last night practicing so I wouldn't make a fool of myself playing.
Uh huh.
And I hope that your news for me is all positive
Well.
because I really need a win.
Uh huh. So hey, are you sitting down, Charlie?
I'm sitting down.
Okay, good. I didn't want to bowl you over with this.
Now hold on a minute. Now I paid for the whole seat.
Uh huh. But you.
Please don't tell me I just need the edge.
Well, you see, there have been some hiccups in the world of remote computer gaming. In that we Parsec was just kind of being a butt and not being as tight as we wanted. So it is with profound regret, dear Charlie, that I'm afraid I don't think you can play the game.
Are you saying that I don't have a direct rat to your computer in Canada?
Yeah, there's the tubes are very long and they're full of like maple syrup or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
Um, to for the kayfabe, we were just trying to test out the connection, and unfortunately, the delay was a bit buttery on Charlie's end, and this game is tight. Mario 3 is a very tight and like well responding game, and
It's very tight, very sexual.
okay, well,
It's tight. It's toit like a toiger,
oh,
as the great gold member would put it.
you know what's so weird is that the only memory I have of the Austin Powers franchise now is literally Goldmember. It's as if that one movie just like erased everything else from my
It
mind.
comes on TV a lot.
It did. It was on TBS like fucking 3 times a week. And maybe it's because like they reused like the formats of jokes a lot, and that for some reason that just kind of makes me think like they don't exist in the previous movies because they do them in this new one. But like
Right.
I Goldmember was the one I saw in theaters, and I think that also just kind of like solidified it as the movie. I didn't I didn't even know there were three. I'm like, yeah, there's two Austin Powers movies. There's the first one in Goldmember.
Well, the Spy Who Shagged Me is okay. It's fine. He gets his mojo stolen. You get Mini Me and all, but it's never been. It's always been my least favorite.
Mm.
I remember seeing Goldmember at a drive-in
Ooh.
in Carbon Hill, Alabama, uh,
Alabama.
as a double feature with the Crocodile Hunter movie.
Crocodile Hunter, not Crocodile Dundee.
No, the Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin.
They made a Steve Irwin movie?
There was a movie, yes, and I saw it at a double feature
What?
with Austin Powers and Goldmember.
I didn't
I
think.
remember very little of the Crocodile Hunter movie.
No kidding. I didn't even know that existed. I gotta make sure, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know that my tweet went through about us going live. Because if I put my phone down and look away from Twitter while I'm doing these things, it tends to eat these posts. But that's fascinating. Okay, Saga says it was dumb. But like I'll genuinely, I'll tell you what, I did not experience the Crocodile Hunter very much as a kid, and it wasn't until after his passing that I like he became part of my consciousness. But also because I remember when you were in school, Charlie, did you ever have agendas, which were just
What,
like
like a dark and sinister agenda?
no, like a ring bound like personal planner? Does that sound like
We
anything?
did. we didn't have any agendas in school back then. We hadn't really discovered that woke stuff yet.
So, so my elementary
No, I don't
school,
know what you're talking about.
my elementary school was very like big on like, all right, you're getting an agenda, you're filling out what you did during the day, you're filling out your homework so that you take it home, you show your parents, and they know what you're doing in school. And one of the ring bound agendas that we got the week that Steve
Agenda.
Irwin had passed, like the background was a stingray, and everyone's like, "What? What could it mean?" And it was clearly just like a totally coincidental thing, but it was
Right.
that stuck out to me, and for some reason, that's one thing I remember about his passing, and very little else actually. I was he. Where was he? Where would you watch Crocodile Hunter? Was he on PBS?
Probably he was on Animal Planet, I think. But
Animal
like
Planet. I didn't have
now,
cable.
see, I felt kind of bad because my we're gonna come back to Goldmember, obviously,
Of
but
course.
my defining memory of Steve Irwin when he was alive was people being like, one of them animals gonna kill him, and then one of those animals did kill him, and so it made perfect sense in my head. I was like, yep,
But I mean, at the same time, like he routinely on his shows, like, yeah, this thing is biting me, but I'm like, I'm fucking into its personal space like crazy. So
right.
I didn't put the
He was
Twitch link on that. Oh no.
Yeah, my wife was personally devastated. I get it. Like I don't know. I liked him and all. I remember watching his show and stuff. I just remember like everybody around me was like, one of them animals gonna kill him. So it always seemed inevitable, really.
It's surprising. Like I don't know what the fauna is like in Alabama, but like, do you have a lot of like particularly dangerous creatures just roaming around? Is it like
We're
Florida?
actually we're actually one of the most biodiverse places on planet Earth. Did you know that?
Stephen Attenborough. When
I
did
am
you get here?
actually I am Alabama expert Mortimer Jordan.
Uh huh.
And I no, really, we Alabama is beautiful and full of all manner of critter. We got cottonmouths. We have beasts of the earth and fowl and the serpents that slither through our slimy seas. Rattlesnakes.
Ooh.
I mean, we don't have alligators, I guess, in places. So Alabama. I live in the direct. You know, the old expression. If there's a bright shining center of the universe, we're the planet furthest from it. That's not true because Mississippi is. Mississippi is much worse. But I live at least in the most populous region.
Mm-hmm.
Like I live between two cities, but Alabama basically has three major cities in a straight line, and then there's like 3 hours of just like fucking nothing that you have to pass through on the way to the beach.
That sounds pretty much like here. Perhaps with less snow. Folks at home, by the way, I know there's no game audio at the moment because this game has a weirdly eerily quiet main menu, but last week I noticed on the Roller Coaster Tycoon thing, my voice was the most quiet out of the whole bunch, and I take exception to that because no one pointed it out, and I didn't find out till watching the VOD. So, let me know about the mix. Talk to me about the mix. I want to know about the mix. Let's go mix. It's all about the mix, baby. You know what I mean? Um, Charlie, are we ready to go? I know you have no.
I oh well, I just can't wait to show
Yeah.
off my Mario 3 abilities.
You know what my worry was too is that like I am like, oh, I gotta boot up Mario and make sure that I still got it. And then when I was testing the emulator, I got through the whole World 1 without losing a life, which isn't impressive, but like at least I know that I'm not
Eh,
a fuck up.
yeah. No, when I was practicing last night, I have to have a full mask off moment on your screen.
Oh, what?
I was inebriated on ganja,
Okay, okay, that's
sort of
mm.
sort of the chewable herb of the earth in
That.
gummy form because I was very anxious yesterday and I had to go to the doctor
Mm-hmm.
and so I was really shitting and pissing all over myself. I was terrible. I was absolutely terrible at Mario 3 and the whole time I'm like, well, I at least I have a reason. At least it's just because I'm high.
So do you think that you telling me that you got high is like earth shattering and like controversial for this stream?
I don't know. I actually don't know what the rules are. Also, Lermo, you're a northerner through and through, so I already don't care what you have to say.
Oh, be nice to
But
Saga. Saga's my friend.
oh, hello, my dear friend, my dear wonderful young person. Now,
Yeah.
You may think that, and the people of Mississippi may be of a wonderful character. They live in hell. Mississippi is bottom to top a flat, just a flat expanse.
We're not gonna. Hold on. We're not gonna turn this in. Oh wait. Oh, Automod stopped one of Saga's messages, Lamau. We're not gonna turn this into a Dolly Parton Civil War restaurant, right?
Well, it used to be called the Dixie Stampede. Now it's just called the Stampede, and that's how I found out Dixie was a bad thing. I never knew that. So that actually surprised me. Back in 2020, when everyone was like changing all that stuff, like the UNA, the University of North Alabama band used to be like the Pride of Dixie. Now they're just the Pride. And then like the Dixie Stampede became the Stampede, and I had no clue that Dixie had like implications.
So in Fantastic Mr. Fox, when he's like, it's like amateur night at Dixie, what does that mean? What does that mean, Mr. Fox? What side were you on?
I don't know. And see, I don't know that it's a bad word other than it refers to like the South back in the day, which we certainly have our share of atrocious things. But,
right, I can control the flow of the game with my triggers. So,
but anyway, top to bottom, like Alabama is a beautiful state. I mean, it's a shame about the people that live here. I no joke, the town I live in is the Trump capital of the world.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's true. He gave a speech here, and it's that speech that he gave where he was like, and maybe we should consider getting vaccinated, maybe, and got booed.
Right.
That's where I live. It's my town.
While I'm blasting away and having fun with my pal Mario, you can keep talking about Kentucky and Alabama. I said Kentucky because Heather was talking about Kentucky. I'm susceptible to words. They seep into my brain.
When I was a little kid, by the way, if you can you hear? Is there echo or anything? Because I'm watching the stream.
I don't hear anything, folks at home. Again, audio mix. We're playing. The game is now playing. There's audio. I want to know that mix about everything, people.
If there's even anything slightly wrong, tell me, and I will blow my head off right here on stream.
Oh my god! Don't do that. Why am I picking this up? Don't pick that up.
No, Alabama's a beautiful state. Horrible people. Mississippi might have wonderful people, but it is a horrible, flat, nothing expanse of swampland. Now, speaking of Kentucky. You reminded me that when I was little, we went once to pick up my dad. My dad went with the coaches at the school he taught at to pick up a big lawnmower, basically, for the football field. Mm-hmm. And in my head, for years, I was like, "Oh yeah, we had to drive all the way to Kentucky to get that." We drove like an hour away and ate Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh no! Oh, kids say the darndest things, don't they?
The things that we convince ourselves of, the little lies that help us get through our lives easier.
Who's this character?
Just some pervert.
Oh no! I'm sorry that I immediately assumed the second you start busting on a voice you're doing a character, but that's just because we met Count Dracula that one time, and I'm so amazed that you know Dracula.
Oh, I know Dracula. Okay, north of Huntsville. Huntsville is where my brother lives. Yeah, barbecue north of Huntsville. We do have some good-ass barbecue. I don't know where the Hank Williams Boyhood Home and Museum is. I did go to the birthplace of Elvis in Mississippi, and that was kind of funny.
I didn't think Elvis was born. I thought he just kind of sprung up from the earth.
Isn't Hank Williams from here?
I think so.
I think Hank Williams...
That makes sense. It's an Alabama experience.
Yeah, well, no, isn't he from, like, here? One of those guys is.
Charlie, do you want to announce your co-pilot as well? They can remain anonymous if you prefer.
Oh, yeah, my kind of epic Reddit wife is here on the couch.
I didn't want to intrude.
No,
but you did anyway.
But I will admit, like every time I've hung out with Charlie, you've been there, and I'm like, my experience is better for it. So I'm happy that you're here.
That makes me happy to hear. Yeah. It's because I never leave the house.
But there's nothing
Hank
wrong
is
with
from
that.
Georgiana. No, you can't be from Georgiana, Alabama. Pick a fucking state.
Pick a fucking struggle.
That's like, is it Florella? There's a place called Florella because it's right between Alabama and Florida.
No.
Pick a side, goddammit.
He does a little flippy when you do the start run.
Yes, he does do a little flip. One of the many. Let's talk about this. One of the many quirks of my favorite game, Super Mario Brothers 3, released in America, I believe, in 1990, maybe 91. It's released in 88 in Japan.
Now this is so crazy. I didn't know you liked this game.
I don't. I actually don't play games. I just am doing this for podcast clout.
Oh, okay.
But I heard this was an easy one. No, when I was just a little old child, just a little youngin', my grandmama had an NES, and she had this, and the first Mario, and the first Zelda, and Castlevania 2.
Ooh.
So those were my first ever video games. Then I got a PS1 after a while, but I have very, very firm, strong memories of playing these games, and we didn't have any manuals or anything. Like, we knew nothing. We knew that this guy was probably named Mario.
Right.
But I remember, like, we had little names for all the enemies because we had we were just going off pixels. And I thought Link was Zelda and everything, but I remember calling Goombas ducks. That's the one that sticks out of my head.
Little duckies. Oh, that's cute.
Because they kind of have like a bill shape to their head.
They have duck feet. I feel like if you look at that sprite, they would look like they have duck feet.
Yeah. And, it's turtles, obviously. And it's funny, there was a tweet I saw yesterday that was like, Toad is clearly meant to be an Ottoman Sultan. And that's funny because I thought that the Toads, specifically in this game, were little Arabian gentlemen in like a turban and little puppy pants.
It's a bad reference, but I think of like Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball. Fucking, I'm so good at this fucking game. And how like that's just like a weird design that shows up in a lot of like Japanese media around that time.
Yeah.
Evoking a turban and like that kind of like vest and big poofy pants look.
Yeah. Kind of a classical genie figure.
Yeah, exactly.
You should do a genie set sometime. That would be cute.
Oh fuck no, I don't want that.
I've never understood why that
tricky.
fire flower in this fortress never makes sense to me because you never have an opportunity to use it.
Yeah, there's no enemies that you can use it on.
And then you get you get this, so you can go get the flute if you choose. But
I'm not gonna use them. I'm just going for them because it's a habit and it's quicker than playing the boss.
That's the thing is I realized recently that I always do it just purely out of like reflex. I get this and the other and the one in the desert and just go straight to 8. But like, it's kind of fun just to play the game.
I genuinely like my knowledge of like World 1 is, I would say, like front to back I know it very well. World 2 I know it pretty well, but like after that the game, oh no, I'm fucking it up so terribly. The game kind of like I lose a lot of like, there's gaps in my knowledge, right? Because I would either use the whistles to go all the way to the end, or I would like play until World 3 and then get bored and stall out because you can't save
3
it.
is when it gets kind of hard. Like a lot of levels in 3 are kind of frustrating.
Is 3 the pipe world?
3 is the water one, and they have the big fish that will eat you.
I know Pipe World was always kind of like I get to Pipe World and I'm like, this is, I don't understand what's happening, but you hold out a little bit and you get like, big small world and you get the shoe and everything.
Right.
This game
I love the shoe. It's crazy how little the shoe is in this game. Now hold on just a second, please, because I want to make a point about this level. One of the things that I hate about the you're okay. Like the All-Stars and the Game Boy versions, which I did play the ever-loving shit out of as a kid. It replaces that beautiful, like, black, kind of icy blue, starry background with just like a brown one.
Oh.
And I love the original background for that level because my grandmother had a quilt that looked like that.
Aw. Hey.
And so I always thought about that quilt whenever I was playing.
It's adorable. I'm doing my best to try and not sing all of the fucking Mario with lyrics songs I've heard over the millions of years.
The vigorously masturbate. I don't remember the rest of that one.
That one I don't know at all because I only heard that in like the last 3 years. But like there are the ones that I remember hearing like, oh, this one came out in 2008 and I've been listening to it ever since. Not really, but
my friend showed me like a machinima, like I think it was an animation on fucking Newgrounds it would like years ago, well over 10 years ago, when your friend would show you that kind of thing. That was lyrics to the Dr. Mario song, and I only ever watched it once, but they're burned into my head forever. Just like multicolored pills, cure you all your ills.
Yeah, that's
at least if you have a fever or the chill.
That's Brental Floss, and he's the guy that did the Mario 3 one that I'm thinking of at all times, basically.
Brental Floss of Nostalgia Critic fame.
Yes.
The great Nostalgia Critic.
Or I used to follow him like I was into his stuff. I liked his music. I bought one of his albums, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna see what these guys are up to. Followed him on Instagram, and all he posts about is like, yeah, I'm running a play. Yeah, I made a board game. Yeah, I made a like Jackbox-esque game. And I'm like, that's interesting in like a faceted kind of way. I wouldn't have thought that you would use your platform, especially one that you're known for, like with making music of like video game shit, to like, yeah, I made a play. Yeah, I'm doing this, and that's all you're gonna get.
When are you going to make the DD Star board game?
Oh god. I like board games. I like to eat board games. I absolutely could not stand up to the grueling task of coming up with rules for a board game.
When I was in high school, I remember trying to make like rules for a D&D kind of thing, like RPG.
Mm-hmm.
And the only worthwhile idea I think I had was that basically there were you had to level up into certain classes. Like you couldn't just be a paladin, you had to be like,
you start as like a priest and then you kind of
like you started it might be, but like you start as a priest and then you become a cleric and you become a paladin. I had it laid out where everything had like a 3-step thing. I still kind of think that there's some juice in that, but like I'm terrible. I barely know how to read a rule book, and I own a bunch of them.
My thing is like I don't know what's fun for other people. I know what I think is fun, and I am so always terrified, especially when I'm like when I'm planning stuff, that I'm like, this sounds really fun. I think this is a good idea. I think I'm creating poison for any human being who's not me.
100%.
I just in general, I love the sprite work in this game so much. I think it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And it always, I had this game at my grandma's house and had the NES, but I just had the Game Boy Advance and the All-Stars, the Super Mario Advance version. And I in a weird way, I built up like a weird resentment to the upgraded like 16-bit because I didn't want to play that version. I want to play this version because I think it's so pretty.
This one is cozy comfy. It's literally all I've ever known because I never had All Stars. I never had a Super Nintendo.
Right.
I feel like genuinely, this game is where Mario found most of the identity that it would carry forward up until even now. Like if you look at the box for Mario 3. That's just Super Mario. That is Super Mario, and that's what he looks like today. Proportions change and the fidelity has changed, but like they got it here. A lot of the iconography, like it started in the first one, but they carried it over and made it into something like, I hate to say, iconic, but I mean that's what it is.
Right. Well, I have a deep fascination, really, with anything like before before things found their footing. Like I love Zelda 1 and Zelda 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they, like, aesthetically, they fascinate me because there are so many decisions and designs and, like, choices that they would never, ever make.
No!
Really past, like...
Sorry, go ahead.
Really past, like, A Link to the Past. The same with Mario, any of the stuff from... the stuff from, like, around when there was just Mario 1 and 2. Like, I love the Super Show to death. But I love how much of his stuff feels really unique and like different, and especially like Nintendo used to license their stuff to way more back then.
Like
so you have all these really weird, bizarre, kind of ugly American. Oh, you nearly made it. Like American stuff. I also just in general, I'm a red overalls, green overalls truther.
Oh. I don't, so, like, the one thing I will say about that is, like, the second it goes into 3D, it looks weird, but, like, as a 2D thing, I don't hate my life.
Let's see how you do.
So, this just populates a bunch of, like, already established boards. There's no randomness to it, right? I don't know I don't know what the things are though, so you know I can't like.
Yeah,
Hey.
I've never memorized or anything.
Fuck.
I think there's probably. I'd imagine there's a set of like 3 or 4 boards that it cycles through.
Yeah. I think like that is genuinely the case, and then people just kind of like, all right, we know it's this board because of this 2 poles, and then we just go from that. Okay, Miss K says there are 4 boards. Thank you, Kylie. You are infinitely helpful. I'm glad that people watching as well just like know and give a shit about this game.
Yeah.
Because
Well, it's Mario, baby.
it's Mario, baby, but like I bring a lot of shit to this show that I'm like, this is for me. I lost a follower doing this stream. That's good. I'm like, this is for me. I enjoy this, and I'm streaming it because I enjoy it. And you know, I never know how that's gonna go over. But like playing a game like this, I'm glad Mario doesn't have any haters, and he's the best, and people love him forever.
Oh yeah, I love Nintendo Power. I have a bunch of those collected. Well, the 4 games I let you choose.
Whoops.
It was this, Wario Land 4, Ocarina of Time, and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And
Which,
funny,
Last 2, I don't know.
That one might have been the
One of
most
these
difficult to
things-
set up. So.
one of these things is not like the other. Yeah, well, like, it's funny we chose this one mainly because it's 2-player, and
Well.
I feel like Wario Land 4 would have been a really fun one that would have kind of drawn people in. I don't know. I'm sure people stream Ocarina of Time, but it's so involved.
If I were to
I
start
don't-
Ocarina of Time, I'd want to do a whole thing, and I'd probably need like 3
Yeah.
or 4 streams to do it. Well, 5. I'm not, a speedrunner.
Right. Not that I would mind that. That would be nice. Like,
I
here
think-
we have the first appearance of Thwomps and Boos, 2 of my favorite enemies. Now, I want to point out on these sprites, as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was their big smiling mouth with 2 big buck teeth, and that the spike on top was their nose.
Oh, you mean you're talking about these guys? Okay, yeah.
See, I thought you kind of see he has I thought the mouth was the chin, and he had a big smiling mouth with his teeth, and he was looking up.
Oh,
and
I
his
see it. I
nose-
totally see it. I definitely see
Yeah, his
it.
nose is pointed upwards.
Oh, that's silly. That's adorable.
Yeah, but
No! I didn't. go left.
I genuinely don't know how it would do streaming. I mean, you'd have to like get the modded version stuff because the game literally doesn't work, and
Well,
it's also a very involved RPG.
We're talking about Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah,
Well, I know I've got a few people who are like wicked into it. I'm sure they would probably be able to help me out there. But like, typically, if it requires like more than 20 minutes of setup, I'm not totally interested in doing
Right.
something because I'm so fuck you, so very incredibly lazy. Whoopsies.
I'm sure. Well, also, it's like when you create more opportunity for stuff to go wrong, it makes it hard to get something like started on time. I love, in general, I love NES sprites, like 8-bit stuff. When I was first starting to like really draw and color like seriously, I took a lot of inspiration from NES games because it's like I think there's like everything can only have 3 colors.
I think that's the case.
Yeah, and I feel like that really makes
Oh,
stuff
great,
pop.
a mushroom. Thanks.
I always pick the middle one too.
It seems like statistically the best choice.
Yeah,
All right, do I go for the Hammer Brother or do I go for 3? I'm gonna go for the Hammer Brother.
and you also
no,
believe
no,
that.
no!
Guys.
Wait!
Ah, very good, very good, very good.
You didn't see that? It didn't happen. I'm gonna fuck this guy's day up. Oh, only 1 boomerang? Should have got another boomerang, idiot.
I can't believe you didn't pick Symphony of the Night.
I should have picked Symphony of the Night. That one also would be fun.
That's an interesting one because I have never gotten PlayStation emulation working in my entire life. It was
I know a
wasn't
good
it
one.
a Saturn as well? 'Cause I could probably get that going.
I mean, you can get it on a lot of things. You can probably get it run on your Xbox. I actually guarantee
Oh.
you can get it run on your Xbox.
Yeah, isn't there like a Symphony of the Night HD?
Yeah, there's like a collection that has it and Rondo of Blood, which is very difficult. But I know of a very good. I couldn't get PS1 emulation working for a long time either, but I felt like Duck Station has worked very good for me.
Ugh.
So I can maybe hook you up with that. But if we're playing PlayStation games, ooh, we could do Toy Story 2 sometime.
Oh, I remember. I had that one. I rented that one.
Yeah, I love that one. That was
Okay, here comes the shitty part. Here we go.
You guys, don't worry about it. No. I when I got a PS1, I had the a Bugs Bunny and Tasmanian Devil time travel game.
Okay.
I had the
Oh,
Grinch,
there was a thing there. No. Oh.
like the video game adaptation of the Grinch, and Toy Story 2, and all three of those games are very near and dear to me.
Hi, GD. I think yeah, because you do the race with the race car, and you.
The lawnmower is actually in the second level. It's in Andy's neighborhood. The first level is inside the house. The second level is the backyard.
All right, the introduction of everyone's favorite character.
Yay!
Oh, I didn't jump. Oh, I forgot it was coming. I'm so embarrassed.
It's really funny that they put in like
No, god damn it.
like one level. They slid one level in that's like, what if we made it really annoying?
Well, it's like
We're gonna put a sun guy.
we're gonna make you so anxious about the fucking sun.
I remember.
Oh god! Oh god! No!
I remember when I was a kid on the playground wanting to play Mario. I remember like little kid talking about being chased by the sun, just like running around like it was chasing us.
That was adorable.
Fix myself. Oh, but before I go, I do have a snake fact.
What's your snake fact?
A snake
Did
fact.
you know that we have the only native species in Alabama? We have the only venomous.
Oh,
Well, at least it's not a mushroom. If you run at that thing with full P, if your P bar is full and you run at that thing, you get a star. But I am very bad at it apparently. Go ahead with your snake fact. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. The game is more important. We have the cottonmouth snake, which is the only venomous water snake in North America.
huh.
We have I think also 5 of the 6 venomous snakes native to North America as well. I can't name them all, but I know most of them are pit vipers. Which means that they have little pits in their face that help them sniff out prey.
Is
You know
that
when a viper
that what a pit
vibes
viper
and bosh
means?
your window? Sorry, go ahead.
me? I never knew what a pit viper meant. I didn't know that's what that was.
Yeah, I learned that fairly recently. Which is surprising. I always wondered, but I was really big into animals when I was a kid. I
Okay.
wanted to be a vet and all that. Most people are very surprised that I'm not a furry now.
Oh my goodness. Not a out furry maybe.
I
We have some
found
doubts perhaps.
well, we found art in your in one of your notebooks as a kid. You drew
No.
art of the
No.
fat stupid friend from Ratatouille.
Not Ratatouille himself, but his
like his friend, and just the style, the way you drew it, and everything is I cannot believe that you are not a furry.
So this is, if I may just point one thing out, talking about the game and
Yeah.
everything, the fact that you can even go backwards in this game blew my fucking mind as a kid. Because in Mario
Yeah.
1, when the screen scrolls, you're fucked. You are only going, oh, they tricked me. Which one? There's the P. Oh, great. Okay.
You're welcome for the report for the Alabama Bureau of Tourism.
Can I get enough to get up there?
I can't help it. I have fun facts about snakes.
Whose brother?
The
Oh, I
sun
see, the moon.
and the moon from Majora's Mask. Speaking of which, Majora's Mask is my favorite 3D Zelda, so I would probably sooner play that than I play Ocarina of Time, but that's just because I know it better.
Well, Majora's Mask is my favorite too. It also would be faster.
It is shorter, yeah.
We could blitz through Majora's Mask pretty quick, especially if we're not, being precious about nothing.
Oh, the
Majora's
fat rat
Mask is
Remy's brother. Okay, that's what you're saying.
his brother. Okay.
Oh, I'm destroying so much.
Ratatouille. I liked me Ratatouille, but it always made me kind of uncomfortable as a child, just from that scene where the French lady.
Renee? Is that her name?
Yeah, she thinks he's coming on to her because he's like, I'm going to show you my little chef.
Is that why they call him Little Chef in fucking Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm leaving. I don't care about this anymore.
She's gonna be like, Le Petit Chef.
Give me that. Give me that. I already. Don't tell me to hurry up. Fucking how dare you?
But she's like, he's like, I want you to. I'm gonna make you suck my little chef. I'm gonna make you choke on my little fucking chef.
Excuse me, madam?
She's, you know, she like starts to tase him.
Okay,
that made me deeply uncomfortable.
Okay, I got Alberta Premium, I got Code Red, and I got Mountain Dew Major Melon. What are we mixing? Folks at home, put your votes in now. Remy can't talk to him, so they only know what Linguini calls him. Little Chef. Okay, that makes sense. We're doing Melon. I see one vote for Melon. Also, Saga, that graphic that had all of the different vodka dew mixes, is there like one for whiskey as well? Because I'm genuinely so deeply curious.
Anyone watching this that knows me personally, you have to give me a hell yeah.
For what?
I just want to know who's here.
Oh.
Can I get a big hell? Get a big hell yeah for all the redneck girls like me.
Okay, Saga, we're doing Major Melon with whiskey. Which, I don't know. I don't know about this one, gang. Let me tell ya. So, that little fuck walking around, that's the guy that has the hammer, right? That I need to break the rocks?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. You're gonna die, clown. Oh, wait, no! No! The match cards! Oh,
World 2 has two different, like... Well, this game has a few, like, little special levels that don't have, like, a number on them, but they're mostly in level 2.
The one thing I always, like, I don't remember how it works, but I always think about it is the white ship. You know what I'm talking about? Farmer's Market Special.
Oh, yeah, that's... I feel like I have seen that maybe once ever.
I think it's like you get all of the coins in a certain level, or you get all the coins up to a certain level in World 1, and the white ship appears, and you just run through it and get as many coins as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on a streak. We're on a streak, babes. Fuck.
No.
Code Red is Super Mario Moonshine. Oh, we can do that next. I hate the pyramid, though. I do not like that level.
It's cool. I mean, I like that. I like the idea of it, but yes, it is kind of obnoxious. Because you have to get the little spiny shells to break all the little blocks.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go to level 4 and then get the hammer. Oh, I don't fly. Unless
whenever I play this game, I almost always end up using the P-Wing on this level.
Oh, hold on, wait. Kylie says the white ship is in this world, one of the early levels when you're on the floating platform going over the water. Have to get every single coin on there. Okay. So, now, maybe I'm just getting Mandela again, but I swear to John that, like, the white ship is also in World 1, so are there multiple? I swan to John, I say. Because, like, I've only ever known it in World 1. I feel like I'm going crazy. I like this little part up here. It's like this little swimming pool with the palm trees.
Yeah, no, it's really cute. I like coming up here. Pretty fun, and the little cactuses between them.
In retrospect, I'm probably going to lose my job at the Alabama Board of Tourism because I can't stop talking about how deadly our snakes are.
Now,
do not come here. We do not have anti-venom.
I don't think snakes are a problem. I think they're part of the natural habitat and all that.
I love them.
I don't think anyone should not go somewhere based on the snakes. Spiders, however, I will not go somewhere based on the spiders.
Oh, we also have spiders.
Cool. Hey, Charlie. I hate to say it, kid. I'm never coming down there.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, we have spiders in that everyone else has spiders. I don't.
We have, like, black widows and recluses. Various recluses.
I don't think we have... Oh no, we have black widows, but they're down south because we have like a fucking cool ass like badlands and deserts down south where all the scorpions and shit live. But I'm so far removed from that. I'm so far up north that no scorpion could ever hope to withstand my northern might. No.
We have way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
Recluses also frightened the shit out of me too.
They should. I got bit by one once when I was a kid. It was not a happy experience.
I'm so glad I brought this up.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I'm not really afraid of it. I guess it's what's wrong with me. I'm not really afraid of like a spider bite so much as just spiders. One of my biggest fears is large mechanical spiders, and that's why I can never ride the Harry Potter ride at Universal because they have literally the scariest thing in the world to me on it. But like,
no,
I always feel so funny because it's not like I'm not worried about the actual threat of the creature, just like the icon of the creature. Any like
what it represents.
I feel what it represents. But like any when you're in the shower and you're washing your hair and you convince yourself that there must be some kind of horrible boogity.
I just don't do that.
I love Wild Wild West starring Will Smith.
I've never seen it except for like in bits and pieces on TBS.
It's a fun one, but like when I was a kid, I was scared of the deep end of the pool, not because of like sharks or anything. I thought there would be a big giant spider down there.
Ah.
I really only have the capacity to be frightened of the idea of a big spider.
Honestly, I think there's some merit in that. I can appreciate like, oh god, I'm not gonna Google any fucking spider. Thank you, GD. No. But like you know what you're not afraid of, and from there you can kind of start whoa, I forgot they turn. They turn! You can start breaking down some walls and kind of like fixing, I guess, your mental capacity. No!
Yeah.
I got so flustered I died immediately. Alright, this doesn't work on them, I just want to take the extra hit.
When we were talking about going to Halloween Horror Nights a year or so ago, I googled like I got to worried like what if they do like a thing with big spiders, and I was curious if they'd ever done that, and so I googled like Halloween Horror Nights big spider, and the image that came up made me like, almost vomit in the car.
Oh no. One thing I will say, like, when it comes to this sort of thing, I worry that, like, by talking about this, I'm revealing my weaknesses to people that for them to then take advantage of, and I'm like, sure that my friends wouldn't do that. I know nice people who would not, want to traumatize me, but...
Right.
Sometimes things don't always... No, you Italian fuck!
I love horror movies and masks and Halloween and all that stuff, and this last year, we, was in Asheville, North Carolina, the lovely town of Asheville, North Carolina. But there was
I totally forgot that was there.
A tent Halloween store, and I started, and my brother went in, my friend went in, and I started to go in, and I noticed that they put that stupid fucking like jump at you spider thing, like triggers when you walk by it, like the door. And I said, no thank you, and had to go stand by the car while they shopped.
Thank you.
Very challenging, very challenging.
With regards to the pelican spider, though, why does it look like that?
What does it look like? I want to know.
You're gonna make me look it up.
I absolutely...
Does it look like a pelican?
No, it probably eats pelicans. It has a neck?
It's kind of a nasty looking guy. I mean, I can show you.
I don't want you to.
Oh! I fucked up. I got hubris. Yeah, hey,
It does have a neck.
hey, let's change the subject. I don't know what the fuck to talk about, though. When it closes up, it looks like a pelican.
Oh We're gonna go see the People's Joker this
We're gonna we
Oh.
have tickets this Sunday to People Knows the Joker.
So I only know like passingly what that is. So I'm very greatly curious like to know what your thoughts are gonna be on it.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it is a trans lady that did a lot of work for like Tim and Eric and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Made it, and I think
What?
it's like simultaneously about. It's like a parody of Batman and what the hell?
Yeah, that's not right.
I've never
Hey.
seen that before.
Hey, you fuck, come here. Hey! Motorcycle helmet looking ass, come here.
But it's like a Batman parody, specifically of like the 2019 Joker movie, but also is about her
Oh,
life
no.
and like being an alt comic and like I think like Lorne Michaels is a character in it.
What? Not played by Lorne Michaels though, right?
No,
They got David.
David Liebehart is playing Rachel, but like
Possible.
it's basically about her life and also about the Joker. I think I'm going to really connect with it because I also am a big Batman freak, among other things.
I also feel like I'm turning into the Joker 24/7, so you know what?
Do you remember when that movie was coming out and everyone was like, "There's going to be mass Joker violence"?
No, yes, actually, yes, I do remember that.
That's fucking crazy.
Can you guys fucking
happened
get your
again.
physics together for 2 seconds, you pieces of shit? I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I don't mean to yell.
Remember, like
Oh.
there was all these signs, like you. Oh,
No.
Oh,
No!
no.
God damn it.
It was like you weren't allowed to
I mean-
allowed to like dress up.
Was it not in response to that one guy who shot up a movie theater that was playing, like, The Dark Knight Rises or whatever?
The Dark Knight.
Was it The Dark Knight? I feel like it was, like, later.
Oh wait, no, yeah, I think you're right. Actually, yeah,
The one that
Because,
has nothing to do with the Joker.
right, yes.
But it was like,
I remembered it being longer ago than it actually is.
well, it's like
I mean, that was
People weren't
more than 10 years ago, so...
Yeah, it's all a blur from there.
Yeah.
people were like, yeah. No, I remember it. God, I remember it because that happened back at like the height of me. Like one of the big, like I loved Batman and I specifically loved the Joker. Like people knew this about me, and I remember being in Sunday school at church, and they were talking about the shooting, and when one of the girls in Sunday school was like,
it takes off fucking...
yeah,
this thing.
he's like the guy thought he was the Joker, and everyone looked at me.
Oh, no.
He looked like he was Heat Miser.
I don't know what that... Oh, Heat Miser. Okay.
Yeah, he certainly didn't look like the devilish Joker, but like, no, you weren't allowed to dress up to go see Joker, and I just thought like I want to go to a Joker showing in like a tuxedo with a big umbrella, like a top hat, and
Is this like
I mean,
Joker
I'm-
bounding? Like you can't go to Disney wearing a Disney costume, you can't go to this movie, so you just like, you dress Joker adjacent?
Yeah. Dressing up like Mr. Freeze to go shoot up the Joker
Oh,
showing.
no. That...
I'm going to put this crowd on ice.
Now, Mr. Freeze, what would he even do? He'd just show up, he'd like, you know, he'd say a one-liner and then maybe blast some like liquid nitrogen everywhere and people like, oh, okay, well. When Batman gets here, you're gonna be very, very sorry, mister.
The people of Gotham are constantly saying this. When Batman gets here, you are fucked.
Ooh, fuck. Oh, guys. Oh, it's falling apart. Oh, it's all
Oh.
unraveling.
Oh god. I thought this ship was very pretty color. I like the green.
I'm not taking that L.
Once you invite it into your life, forever does it rule your destiny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when am I coming back on the podcast?
Oh,
Deathly silence.
well, no, listen, my brother has chosen a very bad time to reach out to me with various serious thoughts, but,
Interesting.
uh,
You don't have to elaborate.
Whenever you want to, as soon as you want to be. We recorded again today. We've had some trouble. I don't I could get into. I better not. But we're just pulling things back together after a bit of trouble. I promise we'll have you on. We want to have you on very badly.
I'll tell you what, as a listener, when there are dry spells, I miss my wumps.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, water level. Heather, we're doing our podcast when we can we can get it together. Which is to say, maybe I eliminate one or two of my obligations because the water pipes. I'm just thinking about all the stuff I do and how, for a normal person, it's not a lot, but I'm not a normal person. I'm a very high-strung, very tightly wound person.
Go back to the...
Oh,
yeah,
you're right.
Go
right.
down.
Yeah, they trick you.
But, No, yeah, we would love to have you on. I hate that we missed you. It's just that, one of our guys got COVID, so that
Oh, no.
kinda... Well, that was when we were meant to have you on. That's
the most serious thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. Fuck you, Squid. I hate this guy.
It's called a blooper.
You son of a bitch. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, but yeah, we recorded it. It went pretty good. I'm very exhausted from doing everything today, but
I mean, if I had known, I wouldn't have.
No.
Here.
I wanted to do this. No, I felt a great flush of energy into my heart, knowing that I'm doing this. I'm always very happy to spend time and especially to have a captive audience that I can kind of broadcast my
somewhat
my
questionable
beat
thoughts to.
Yeah.
The thing about Charlie, I'm always saying, she's a lot of big ideas.
I do. I have a lot of big ideas. And I wish that my brother... Nothing but the best to him. I wish he had chosen a different time to do what he is doing right now. But
I am in a very... Well, not like a... I don't know the scope of your situation. I don't need to know. I feel very similarly because I've also had, in the recent, last couple weeks, family reach out and say, hey, listen, I need your help. And I'm like, I'm gonna help you because, you're blood and I love you, but, couldn't have picked any other time.
Yeah. Well, I love my brother deeply. He's a solid number 2 on my totem pole of human beings.
Okay, that's pretty high.
And it's very...
Yeah, hello, welcome.
Not that I rank people that way.
Oh, I rank people all the time. I love it. And I let them know, too, because I want them to fight, and,
Sure,
I want them to work for that top spot.
Right. It's more I have a wife and I have a brother, and we're close. I don't know, people get weirded out because we're
Fuck.
We're siblings and we're friends. It was a podcast. Are you familiar with Girl God?
No.
It's April Clark from Twitter and Grace Freud also from Twitter, but
I don't know who those are.
They're funny. Here's a little shout out. They're a very funny podcast.
Yeah. Giving them the old DD Star bump. I'm sure they'll notice a steep increase in traffic.
But they're both trans women, but I got there was an episode where one of them was talking about I have siblings and I love my sibling, but when people are oh, I have to talk to my sibling, they're my favorite person. She was like, what? How are they your favorite person? They're really your favorite person in the world? You guys never fight or anything? And it made me genuinely kind of mad. It's hey, we exist.
So I've got 3 siblings. I've got 3 brothers, and we're all close. I've worked with almost every single one of them in all the various jobs I've had.
Right.
Look at me hop, but I feel like the found family I have come to know as siblings, I am much closer with, and despite the distance between us.
Right.
What is happening? What? I got stuck.
Uh-oh. Oh, and you wasted your funny little froggy suit.
Oh, did I?
Haha. Yoink.
Fuck. Oh, right, Heather, your brothers are out in a different state. That's right. I will say, the benefit of having people close by is good and all, and I know I could count on my brothers for whatever if I needed it. I have definitely taken many favors from them that I, in retrospect, I regret, asking them to help me in those ways, but like I'm glad they came through because I didn't need it at the time. I just was ashamed that I needed the help, I guess. But at the same time, you know, like in the times that I worked with my brothers, like we would say 2 things to each other in an entire shift, and then we'd leave and not say goodbye. And maybe that's just because that's where our relationship was at. We didn't need to talk. We just kind of, you know, like I don't text them. I don't text my brothers or anything. I don't even see, like, outside of work or like family gatherings. I don't even really see them. I got eaten.
Well, that's like
panicking
see, I think like
crazy there.
most people are kind of that way. I don't know. We've just always like okay, so I didn't really have friends till like high school.
Mm-hmm.
So there was kind of that kind of like my brother was just my friend. Like,
Fuck, I fucked up so bad.
for a
Sorry,
long
Charlie.
time.
Go ahead.
no, you're okay. We've just always been really close. We don't really fight. I mean, he can get on my nerves sometimes, but just in like the way that anyone can get on your nerves, you know?
Sorry, I was thinking of something to say, but I'm like, I gotta clutch these fucking fish immediately.
No, this is not an easy. This is not an easy level. It's like I said, you get to World 3 and then it starts to get kind of annoying.
Mm.
Like the big fish levels always fuck me up.
No.
Oh, you almost.
So, like,
you almost.
The thing I keep forgetting is, like, you have to treat the water like a bottomless pit. Once you're in there, you are toast. Give me an item. I
Right.
need an item. Come here. Oh, no!
Oh no, you got him while you're on the water. No.
Oh, my God. I'm just burning through lives. What can I use?
Now you can get them. I might use one of the stars.
Oh, is that a
It's
thing?
obvious.
Like, where they are on the map affects their...
Yes. Yeah.
That's-
See, go up there now.
I never noticed that!
Yeah.
Fuck, okay, hold on. Whoops,
I always
let's
make
just
a
try that
point,
again.
I never do the hammer rolls so I can help it
Whoops.
while they're in the water.
Whoops. You go ahead and... Thank you. Alright, no one saw that. I didn't cheat. You cheated. A hammer for busting rocks. Oh, wait, that means I can use the pipe.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, the pipe is behind a locked door, I think. I have to use the rocks to get into
I think you can get to
Oh, shucks.
the card thing.
Use my hammer for a chance to potentially fuck up a game? No thank you. Okay, what can I use? I don't want to use a P-Wing. I don't want to use a star.
I wouldn't waste much on it because if you get like, it's not like you're taking hits, you're just dying.
Yeah. If I can get that mushroom, you know, maybe things will
I
be different.
usually end up saying fuck it and just P-winging this level.
We can't escape our fate. No, you. It's not worth it. Fuck.
Ah!
There's no way out. I need to get through this level. Mario's gonna disrupt the time stream. Mario, you're breaking everything. You're out of time reversal cubes. Okay,
This
all right,
actually sucks. My
we're out of here. We're done.
brother's paid a gentleman for training, wrestling training from a guy that kind of
word?
works with the local circuit, and he has found out he's upset and depressed because he's found out that like the guy's like selling the ring. Basically, there's a bunch of weird like North Alabama wrestling political bullshit that he has no control over that's seriously affecting his ability to like train to be a wrestler. Oh god, it's this castle.
Sorry, I have to point out the comments in the chat. Heather is asking if this is a genuine feature of the game. It's not. It's part of the emulator. And then Nia comes in saying Mario 3 is like if Braid was good, which... Fuck! Should I use the frog suit here? Probably, huh?
Maybe. This one's all about knowing the right door to use, which I've played this level so many times you think I would remember.
Isn't there like a
But I
candle
actually-
that shows which one to go in, or is that's a later one?
I think it's a later one, yeah.
Heather, please, I'm not cheating. This game is just, it's busting my balls, darling. I have to. There we go.
This was made for only real pros, like those guys in the Wizard.
I've never seen the wizard still to this day.
I haven't either, which is weird because I've wanted to since I was a kid.
Oh, you. You give me the runway to go, and then you're like, don't run. Actually, running is stupid. Actually, in here.
You got a funny little coin room.
What does it mean? No, no.
Oh, you have to be able to fly. No.
Unless.
Yay.
When these things push me to my limits, and I find ways to you fucker, you absolute cock.
I wonder if they're lined up backwards in any way. I don't guess so. Probably not.
Well, the first door I entered spit me out on, I think, this side of the pipe. I'm gonna run out of time. I think I've done the first 2 doors. So do we try door number 3? Okay, this is new. Oh, now we're flying, baby. Wait, no, this is not new. Wait, yes it is. No, wait, no, it's not. At least I have infinite mushrooms. Also, when I put on the poster that we're gonna eat mushrooms and get high, I was talking about the mushrooms in the game and also flying.
Right.
People got that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, I worry sometimes that people don't understand, like, the enormity of my humor and genius, you know?
I made what I thought was a pretty decent stay away from my mom stepdad joke earlier.
What?
Well, it whole thing, a lot of context to it, but I thought a pretty clear, like, which door it is? One Angry Video Nerd riff. Okay, well, what's the riff?
Yeah, Nia, you're gonna tell me what door it is, or I'm gonna kick you from my chat. How about that? Hey, Nia, I love you to death. You're great and tremendous, and you're my favorite. But you're gonna tell me what door it is. And if you tell me the wrong door, I'm going to destroy you, atom by atom. She says, with capital letters even. Charlie, continue your story while Nia thinks.
What was I talking?
A stepdad joke?
Oh, yeah, it was just like a lot of context, but it basically just like, I was like, stay away, look, me and my mom don't need you, and stop touching my manga. And
nope.
And then somebody was like, what? I said, like a stepdad joke. I don't understand. And I had to, like, explain the whole thing, and I felt like a complete jackass.
Because some people didn't have stepdads.
Well, it's, I feel your pain, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm a very, sort of, we would say eclectic sense of humor that can...
Yeah, buddy, this is progress. I bet. No, it's a 1-up.
I always like the way this level turns green things blue for some reason.
Well,
it must be something about the background.
It's the palette, yeah, because they can only load so many colors into this one. And I think with the fish and everything, it's... the 6th door. Thank you, Nia! Thank you! Thank you! That's why you're my favorite. Don't tell Heather. Heather, you're not gonna die, baby. Just make sure that you do it when Dia's around so that you have a chaperone. I think it's cool that your dad is hooking you up, though. Again, I have not been counting. Oh my god, this is the 6th door. Everything, you know, from meeting your dad and everything you've told me about him, he is genuinely a king among men. Oh, so you're gonna be doing it with your dad? Okay. Is that why Dee thinks that your dad... Oh, you fly now?! Bro, I don't have time for this. Come here! You cocksucker.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Get it one more time. Come on.
Fuck! Or... Thank you. I'm not cheating. We didn't have time. We had 11 seconds left. We had to. Yes, forgive my Star Wars reference. I'm sorry. Oh, the sound it made, it was like so pathetic. It's like, you had 11 seconds left. But...
They fly now.
Where does this one go?
I was on in a bar the other day.
Star Wars?
As a Skywalker, specifically.
Oh, the boat.
The crazy thing, like, I think, you know, there's a lot about that movie that's bad. I think the one thing about it that's evil is when Rose Tico is like, yay, I can't wait to go on this adventure, and they have Finn be like, nah, that's okay, you can stay here. and she's just removed from the film.
Yeah, no, I mean that speaks to the mismanagement of that trilogy as a whole, I suppose. But genuinely, like, fucking, I liked Rose a lot. And it is a shame. Like, wow, look at all these characters that have charisma and like chemistry together. And oh, we're not gonna put any of them together. That's a shame. Oh no, a vampire mushroom.
Yeah.
I think the most evil thing is the live slug reaction.
Live slug reaction.
He's a homophobe, and I don't.
He's a homophobic slug.
Mega Death Christ to fight Mario because 2006 was just like that.
We all recall Super Mega Death Christ. I will say, I believe Mr. Walker beat the Angry Video Game Nerd on that one because I think Santa Christ is funnier than Super Mega Death Christ.
Oh my god, Charlie, you were speaking the language of everyone in my stream team except me. Like, I watched Angry Video Game Nerd and Nostalgia Critic a lot, but like the bits never came. Like they never adhered to my brain. They're not stuck in the ridges of my brain because my brain is smooth.
It's like I learned a lot about movies and like how to look at film and how, like I learned a lot from those. Unfortunately, I didn't like the Angry Video Game Nerd though. Everyone people talk like he was funnier. I don't think so because he just
swore a lot.
It just was yelling like piss and shit and like it wasn't. I liked the Nostalgia Critic more because he would actually kind of make a joke and sort of like talk about the thing beyond like what were they thinking, but like James Rolfe when he's just talking about something he likes, I find much more interesting than when he's playing the nerd. Like the nerd character kind of just gets on my nerves.
Oh god. And
I know it's an insane thing to be like, oh yeah, I prefer the Nostalgia Critic. The other guy gets on my nerves.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shout.
It's crazy that Goomba has little Goomba babies all over you.
I'm not fucking with this guy. No. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Am I right, gamers? A Lakitu!
We have any thoughts about the validity of James Rolfe versus Doug Walker in 2024?
Well, everything I know about those guys post controversies or whatever. At least James is like, yeah, I didn't have any hand in it. You know, it's a shame that my whole brand got bought out by a fucking, media company or whatever. But at least I wasn't responsible for any of the plagiarism nonsense.
Right.
Everything I've heard about Doug Walker is like, oh yeah, this is an ancient man who is not good with technology and is kind of shitty to the people that work for him.
That's the fun. Like when the whole change the channel thing happened, I was genuinely heartbroken because back when I was a kid or whatever watching those, like teenager, the thing that I connected with was like, this is incredible. They're all friends and they're just making these videos. Like you can just go in the desert with your friends and a camera and you can make Kick-Assia.
Sorry, hold on, Nia.
And
wait.
Maybe it's not good.
If I may, hold on, wait, Nia. They made Hatsune Miku swear? I don't like that.
Well, I suppose you had to say, the buffalo anus and whatnot.
Oh, right. He's the angriest gamer you ever heard.
He's the angry Nintendo nerd.
No, I fucked up. I used the hammer on the wrong thing.
Uh-oh.
No, I can't go back that far.
No.
Well, I'm not playing level 5, and that's a goddamn guarantee. No, auto-scrollers! This'll help me.
But I think it's funny, like, all that, and I thought, they're all friends. They all do these things together, and even if it's kind of shoddy, like, it's incredible that you and your friends can just take a camera and make something. That blew my mind.
There is a lot of power and like definitely value in that. Like genuinely, I can't say that like seeing all of these people I watch on YouTube like get together and hang out didn't like inspire me to like want that a little bit. Where it's like, oh wait, you could just get together with like your peers and make stuff and be friends. And this is like years before I ever even considered being a creator. It was just like, I want friends that I also do things with, because
Right.
no shade on my friends at the time, but like we did not, get up to or
Yeah.
aspire to a whole fucking lot. Oh no.
Yeah, no. The closest I ever got was there was a summer where I decided my thing was going to be learning monster makeup, and what I found out is that shit is expensive.
Yes, it is.
But I had a friend that modeled for me, and I did some makeup and like bangs and stuff. But like, no, I didn't have anybody that wanted to like make movies or make anything. I just had, well, no, you did. You're right. I apologize.
Not me, but that's about
Right.
everybody else was kind of.
But then like the whole thing comes out, and like
oh, Spike.
oh yeah, I love this little fellow, but the whole change that I'm thinking about, and then I find out they're not friends. They were never friends. Most of them hated doing it the whole time, and that they were getting like mistreated and everything. I actually like Linkara during the whole thing. He was like the one guy that wasn't mistreated. He just hated that his like. I respect his response to it a lot, because he was like, they actually treated me pretty well. I had no idea any of this was going on.
Heather, what is that?
But some kind of clip.
Was it when I was it when I did my old man voice? No. I'm sorry, I don't want to rely so heavily on the rewind thing.
It's fine.
I
It's
worry
a
I'm not
big
going to make
deal.
any progress without doing it.
Right.
The game is the game is falling apart.
It's lagging because there's too much shit on screen at once.
Spike. Oh wow! I just hip checked that dude. My thighs are powerful. Fuck you, bird turtle. Birdle.
But Linkara, at one point during it, tweeted like, "So none of you guys were having fun? Like, there are no fond memories of Channel Awesome."
That's
And it broke
sad.
my heart. It did. It broke my heart. I think like there's this thing now where people talk about Linkara being like Doug is actually based and Linkara is cringe, and it bugs me because it's based entirely on which one of them responds to Oni Plays making fun of them better.
This is the worst. This is the worst of it. I'm sorry. I'm cheating so bad. I'm sorry.
Now you're just doing it out of pure. You don't even need those, but
No.
it's okay. I won't tell Mario if you don't.
Please don't tell Mario. He's my hero.
Luigi, this is true. Luigi was my hero as a kid
That's adorable.
because
Fuck,
it was
I should've picked the frog suit.
it was very inspiring to me that someone could be scared but still be a hero.
Just like my pal Charlie Day. And also, look at how rotund this little guy is.
Yeah,
Look at him.
You even know how cute you are. You even know about it.
it's funny that they named Bowser's guys in the movie Iggy and Spike. Well, I'm sorry, King Koopa.
Oh, in the original Mario movie?
Yeah, Iggy and Spike. Like I love how much of that is just like taking Mario names, putting them in a hat, shaking it up, and then pulling them out.
I really don't like the ghost bars. I hate these things.
Yeah.
They disgust me.
Well, that's
Also,
what's
like-
going to happen to your soul when you die.
No, I don't want to be. Oh my god, if I like end up in the Soulnado, if Quan Chi just fucking takes my whole thing and puts me in the Soulnado, that's like, oh, that sucks.
Well, yeah, but for a minute you'd be like, holy shit, that's Quan Chi.
That's Quan Chi's using my soul to fund his weird experiments. That's oh, I'm in the Soulnado.
You'd be starstruck.
I'm next to some guy named Doug. Great. And I don't get starstruck often, let me tell you. But like fucking Quan Chi, the Necromancer, I could get that guy's autograph, and then he'd use my skin for like to make a meat. And I'm like, hell, I'm a meat? That's great.
I was genuinely deeply starstruck when you were in the stream with Cody Vore. I didn't know how to handle that.
So again, as a casual listener of the Mugwumps podcast, I listen, I hear things, and I will say, for the most part, like, I never know how to gauge these things because I've known Cody for like 6 years at this point. It's just
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's it is weird how these things shake out. You approach someone to make weird fetish art, and then you end up being acquaintances for however long. But like,
That's right. You did the. Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's one of those things. Like, I'm like, I think this is cool, but also like Cody is my pal, and I don't know
Right.
how to talk about this without it turning into like clout, I guess.
Yeah.
Cause like I want to hang out with my pal, I want to do a stream, I want to have fun, but also there is like I found it very hard to like market that stream. Because I just want it to be like any other stream, like I'm doing with you or I'm doing with any of my other pals. We're just here, we're doing
Right.
a thing. But there is like, I guess, the undeniable elephant in the room that like Cody is extremely successful and well known, and like
Right.
her being there did a lot of good for my channel. Like I have a lot of like more followers than I did when I started that. The views were higher. Like I uncontrovertibly, that is the truth, and like I'm very grateful that she came on and we shot the shit and we had a good time. It was very weird, let's put it that way.
I'm sure. Well, like, I have no
Where
idea
the fuck do I go?
how
I
I
need
could.
that pipe,
How,
don't I?
well, I guess you don't. I guess you don't say this, obviously. But like, she kind of low key cracked my egg a little bit.
Oh no, you mentioned it on the podcast. I remember you saying
She
that.
was one of the first. Like, I looked at her and like, I don't look like that, and that made me start thinking about stuff. And like, I don't know, like I said, like, there's just some things you just don't say to somebody. That's fine. We don't really.
Right. Where the fuck? Hey, where the
But,
fuck do I go?
You have to do Big Fish, I think.
No, I don't want to do Big Fish.
I think that's the only path forward because you have to get to the pipe past level 9.
God damn you, fish! I'm just peeing over it. I'm gonna pee all over this level.
May as well.
Goodbye.
I wish that I had thought to have you keep the hammer because you're gonna miss a lot of items that would be very
Yeah.
useful.
I saw one rock and I'm like, I'm gonna break this fucking rock immediately. Hey, can I say something about the Mugwumps podcast?
Sure.
Since we're talking about it, and I don't know how to phrase this, I suppose, because like you have to understand that my primary, like, the way that I interface with the internet is as an adult content creator, right? And like,
Right.
that's the way I kind of like, I engage with the internet most publicly. So like the most of my time is spent just kind of in that sphere. I'm in that space. I'm talking with people that do that. I'm seeing a lot of that content. You guys, you guys on the Mugwumps, you talk about porn enough to make me blush, and like I'm desensitized to it.
Well, we talk about jerking our pud way too much. I mean,
I don't want
know,
you to
well,
stop, by the way. I think what it
Jesus-
is, if I may make an assertion, like I think what it is like I'm at work when I listen to your podcast, and that's like the one place where I'm like, this is divorced from my online thing entirely. And then so
Right.
I listen to the pod and I'm like, oh wait, hold on, wait. It's all bleeding together. Oh, I forgot little guys do that. I haven't been touched by a little guy in so long. I forgot that they did that.
been a long time.
Shut
Well, like,
up.
there is an episode we never put out. It was literally the our first, like, we're just gonna see how this works, like if we can talk for an hour and record it and everything. This level is so hard, but you can probably you can maybe go behind stuff if you go on that the big white one.
Would I be able to go on the pipe there?
I
Oh, fuck,
don't
let go!
know.
Ah! Wait.
Ah,
What if we didn't do that?
but a whole unreleased episode where we talked about porn so much that Jesus said we're not putting this out.
I forgot about that.
Mm. Okay, so I'm behind everything. Pardon me. Oh! Fuck. Where did all the bombs go? Where did the bombs go? There's a finite amount of bombs? No, you. No, I can't get back up.
I don't know. I think you have to take the L on this. I'd just go ahead and die and take a second chance.
I will never die. I cannot die. You know why? Because I'm Mario the Immortal. What? Oh, I've tried to pick it up without touching it. I've been drinking. You fucker. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I can do
God,
this.
I really didn't get on my own. My podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, get the old charcuteries back in the
So I know the last time we spoke, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely give that a listen, and shamefully I have not, but I think conceptually that is like a very good idea for a podcast. I want you to make it.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Probably haven't put out an episode. Mine is also being affected by the same things that are happening. With
I see.
Maybe not gonna disclose live, but
You don't gotta disclose shit, you know. Technical difficulties are technical difficulties.
right.
Whatever they may be.
But we're getting
fish.
we're getting back up and going.
No, go! No!
a little sneaky peek.
No! Sorry,
Charlie's gonna be my next guest.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it in June,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna do a Pride Month pick.
Ooh.
And it's gonna be Fingersmith by Sarah Waters and The Handmaiden from 2016.
Okay. Now, admittedly,
I'm very excited.
I am not a learned book reader, so I don't actually know either of these things.
So the movie is kind of loosely based on the book, is my understanding. It is essentially about, both of these are set in very different time periods. The 2016 one is set in like Korea, back when like Japan was like occupying them. So there's like that like political intrigue going on. And it's actually the director of Old Boy. So very excited. But it is, my understanding is that it is a con man and a con woman, who are basically, they're scheming to get this rich woman's like money through marriage. Except the con lady falls in love with her instead.
Classic mistake. You fell in love with the mark.
Yes, exactly.
Fuck.
But apparently it's incredible. I'm very, very excited. I've never watched it, so this will be new for me and Charlie.
Oh, I hate these. Sorry, if I may interject, I hate these little nuts and bolts screw things here.
Yeah, I do too.
What is the
I usually
point?
just try to avoid them if I can.
If you want to say it clean so that folks at home can check out the pod, by all means, give us a shout out. The name of your podcast. You can shout your thing out.
Mine is the Charcuteries board, like charcuterie, but like reading.
You got that, folks? Oops.
I always think you can bounce off those two. Yeah.
I remember one of our few interactions was like me reminding or pointing out that the logo of your podcast looked like a Canadian loony.
Yeah.
Which
I immediately went and changed it.
Oh God. Now, I mean, you could have like gotten a lot of like Canadian clout for that though.
That's true. I wasted it. And then I got off Twitter, so it's not there anyway.
I mean, genuinely, that's probably the best you could hope, like best thing you could do. And
yeah,
a lot of people I think are wising up to the idea that like we can just make our own internet elsewhere. But the problem is, of course, you know, if you try to make a raunchy internet, you still are beholden to the pay processors and credit cards or whatever. But like, at least you're not in Twitter, so you got that going for you.
That's the thing, and it's like I'm saying this fully. I'm on it way too much. I'm on it all the time.
We're on it way too much.
Like it's gotten to a point where it's almost like kind of ethically probably not good that we're still on Twitter.
Well,
like it's just a bad place
a lot of people are making the analogy, you know, you go to a bar and there's a Nazi, you're in a Nazi bar, and like that is, I think, very true with Twitter, but unfortunately it is the place where a lot of people make money that also can't afford to go elsewhere to make their money.
Right.
That's kind of a tricky thing, you know, there are a lot of people, including like adult artists and other like people in that sphere that I follow or followed on Twitter, and like a lot of them, it's like I found like they're like profiles that are connected that are more like safe.
We're the giant world. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love the giant world. But yeah, that's a tough. Yeah, that's hard. I don't really know what the solution's gonna be about that.
I mean,
Well, it's like Blue Sky was a. I'm sorry, go ahead.
we could just kind of hope that it keeps continuing to lose money until certain owners decide to kill themselves. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Right.
One can only hope. But,
One can only hope. Am I gonna have to? Oh, is this VOD never gonna show up because I said that? Oh boy. I'm excited to be itty bitty all the time. You know, I don't get to flex that muscle very often.
Right. But
No,
I
fuck
think
that, hold on.
like Blue Sky was just like
Come
a big fat dud because like
No, you fucker.
the only people that switched are the kind of people that actually would just switch. And that means like there's not really like it's all like creators or whatever and no users, and also they never added you still can't like
No videos
message
still.
somebody.
Yeah, no DMs. I will say, like,
Yeah.
genuinely, like, there is a thriving community on Blue Sky, and I feel like an alien over there. I do not feel like I am a part of any community, no matter how many people, like, I know are there and posting.
Right.
And it's tough. I wish I was there more because, like, I hit 1K, and I'm like, I have an audience there that sees my stuff. I should really be posting stuff because it gets seen there. But
Right.
it's not where I go and I talk shit about stuff and people are like, yeah, you know, I have like the back and forth and the repartee with people. I feel
Right.
very much like an outsider there, even though there are people I know and they're posting. It's just
Well,
It's
it's like
different.
it's the way that and everyone loves a timeline that goes
you fucker.
like in order of posts or whatever, but also that's kind of bad because like you miss so much.
I will admit, like
But on Blue
I
Sky, my
spend,
timeline.
if I may, I spend like a lot of time on the For You page of Twitter, which is I know not the healthiest thing in the world. There's no saving this
I
one,
do too.
gang. Fuck.
I do too, 100%.
But like at the same time, it shows me stuff from like people that I don't check in on normally, or I don't have like notifications for, which I like. But I also then get like ads and like posts from accounts I don't follow or like want to follow. So,
Right. That's the thing. What's like it's Blue Sky. There is no For You tab, and like it's just I feel like I mostly get like
No.
people having conversations because it's just
Yeah, you kind of have to turn off the replies.
yeah. I know you can do that, but that would help.
I had to do that. It's a nightmare otherwise.
Heather, I don't ignore your posts. I have a problem, Heather. I don't engage with your stuff because I don't want to like be seen as like super clingy. And I feel weird for that because like you are my bubby. You're my little bubby bunny, you know, of whom I am, I guess, a little possessive of, you know, because you're weird and you're into that sort of thing. But like I have notifications on for you. I see everything you post, and I feel like if I like it all, I'm weird. And I've always felt that way. Like if I engage with like every post a person makes, I'm weird and like weird and clingy. It's not you. I do it with everybody, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's affecting our relationship. I'm sorry. Fuck the fish. I'm out of here. I'm done with this. I hate these fish. I'm gonna get my 3rd star. Fucking
Yay.
finally. Yeah,
honestly-
Kylie, it's weird. It's we are all afloat in this weird, shaky and uncertain sea. It's difficult to kind of like find a spot to be, right? And there is not a
Right.
single place that I feel like the most comfortable. I should put more work into Blue Sky. I should put more work into like, you know, making connections there, but at the same time, doing it publicly on the timeline is so tough. I feel like
Yeah.
it's weird to like, you know, try and establish a friendship out in the open like that without doing it in like a DM. But at the same time, I don't want people to DM me. I am so socially overloaded that I actively try and like I don't want people to do that, right? I don't want people to talk to me, and it's like this weird thing where like I want to make connections, but I can't. I want to engage with my friends, but I can't keep up with everybody, and I can't like reply to everybody, and it's just like
Right.
I don't know where to be, I don't know where to go. I have to like pick and choose who I have the time for, and that feels shitty.
Yeah, I get that. I'm pretty bad at that. Like people start getting on to me for how many notifications come on my phone, but I feel like I'm in so many Discords, and I feel bad like muting Discords that are actually like important, or like people I want to talk to, because I feel like I'm just like, you know, you mute it and you
God damn
completely
it.
forget it forever. So I just have like just constantly my phone going off. and so like actual messages and stuff, and people that I want to talk to end up like falling between the cracks just from having like way too many like messages popping up.
I had someone reach out to me the other day. They're like, "Hey, I'm making a Discord server. Do you want to join it?" And they're they're a peer. They're someone whose work I support and I want to try and support. But I told them like point blank, I'm like, "Listen, I'm in way too many fucking Discord servers. I'm going to mute this thing the second I show up. Do you want me in there and be inactive, or would you rather I just don't join?" And then I had a moment where like, I said that like a robot. I'm sorry. I gotta apologize for how curt that was, because I feel like that's not how you talk to people. I just, I can't deal with this. And they're like, they got back to me. They're like, I'm the same way. I'm in 50 Discord servers. I don't care if you mute this. I just want to have that like line of contact, which I appreciate. But like, I like Discord. I like that people are able to create their own communities there. And I've expressed this many times. Like, the idea of having like a DD Star Discord is disgusting to me, because I would just like, people would join it, and then I would like abandon it immediately. I would like look at it like an ant farm and just kind of like pop in and see what people are doing and then never interact, because like I cannot handle the pressure of a space that I create, let alone one that's specifically for me. And even with the stream server, I feel bad because like I worry that that has become like the DD Star Friends server, which I don't want it to be, because there are a lot of people in there who like I would like to continue streaming with, but I don't talk to as much. Like, just guests I've had in the past who are still there, and I tell them straight up, you do not have to stay. I do not mind if you want to like dip and then come back for a future stream. I'm never gonna like begrudge you for that, because like this can affect your mental health. I don't want you to be here and feel like you're tethered to this. But not a single person that has joined that server has ever left. So I'm like, okay, you're all here. Maybe you have it muted or not. Maybe you see it, but like I worry that all the bits and all the jokes that all the people that I, like Heather and all of the pals and stuff get there and do their thing, I worry that that's like alienating to those people, or like othering in a way. So on the one hand, I'm very grateful for that space, because I filled it with people that I like and I want to spend time with, but I'm also like, what about the other people here? Are they scared to jump in? What's going on with them?
Right. No, I understand that. Well, it's really hard. I've had a rule for many years of everybody thinks that making a big group chat with all their friends will be perfect and like work out. It never does, because just because someone likes you doesn't mean that they're gonna like someone else that likes you. And it always leads to trouble, except for me, because I did it.
Oh.
And
go on.
Well, I was gonna say like it worked for a while, but now like it's I broke my own rule, and it's always that way. In a way, you almost kind of have to have like a bunch of various group chats of different friends, because when you try to consolidate into one, you're only asking for like big deal trouble.
Well, Heather brought it up, so I guess I'm going to talk about it. But I decided once upon a time it would be a good idea to make a server for all of the size Twitter trans girlies that I knew, called the Cool Spot.
Right.
And in my head, I'm like, this is a good idea. It's a place where we can, we have these things in common. We can kind of make this happen. And for reasons that are entirely my own, I just decided, like, I cannot handle the pressure of this space. I need to leave immediately. And then I found out that a lot of the people in there, like, either didn't like each other, or, they had drifted apart or whatever. So I basically created this little Beyblade arena for these people to just kind of very tepidly sit and stare at each other.
Right.
And hindsight is 2020. It was a good idea. It was well intentioned, but like, knowing what I know now, I'm like, oh god, I wish I could delete that server. I really should delete that server, but it's still being used to this day, and I'm like, I'm not there, but it's still semi-active. Oh, man.
And like I said, things went well for a while, and I don't think anybody is in this stream that I shouldn't say this in front of.
Uh-oh.
I guess I'll find out, but there's somebody in there. I like him fine. I think he's a good guy, and I mean, he kind of kisses my ass. And like we could all learn a little bit from that, I think. So I feel in some ways a little like, I don't know, like, of course I would like him because he kisses up to me or whatever, but like, there's other people on that server that can't fucking stand him.
Oh.
And I don't understand why. And it's like, one of them has a muted, and they'll both be in like Discord call, and it just makes things worse because she is actively talking over him, and it just comes off as rude because he doesn't know that.
Oh, okay, that's the one thing.
Can't hear.
If he knew, I was wondering, because that would like definitely change the color of these conversations, I feel like.
But it makes me feel like I hate having to be like the moderator in these situations. I always am, but like I can't tell you to unmute him because you did, like, that's your choice. But I also, you're like he's talking and you're just talking over him over and over again, and make me like it feels like you're being deliberately mean, and it's just making the whole thing worse. And it's like if I felt like he was doing something wrong, I would kick him absolutely, but I don't feel like he is. He just gets on their nerves really hard, and I don't understand why.
Charlie, may I?
You may.
We have lost another follower during the course of this stream. We were at 277, we're now at 275. No, I totally get that though, like, especially when you are the person who creates these spaces for people, you definitely, it is your onus, your responsibility to kind of like curate and keep the peace in that way. You brought everyone here, people will kind of like look at you like you are the law, right?
Yeah.
And it's tough. I have been in the middle of conflicts like this, and I genuinely, like, I cannot side with either of you. You just have to work out your beef, and I cannot moderate this. You have to, like, figure it out. Because, like,
right.
I like you both. You don't like each other. Either you both leave, or one of you leaves. I don't know, but, like, I can't dictate who gets to stay here, who has the right to stay here.
I don't want to punish one of you.
Yeah. And it's tough to have this conversation with adults, especially, I feel like, because, like, a lot of times I'm a big advocate for curating the internet experience that you want. I believe in blocking whoever and muting whoever and just fucking making your timeline as pristine to you as it possibly can be to alleviate whatever stresses from the outside world or whatever. Just to make it, like,
right.
To make it tolerable. And like, to tell someone, or like to have a conversation with someone like, hey, your actions are directly affecting someone in a negative way, they are like, they take it so personally, and like, they're like, I'm using the space, I'm exercising my right to mute this person. I'm doing nothing wrong. Like, yeah, you're not doing anything wrong, truly, surely, but like, in a room where we are interacting with each other as human beings, like, this cannot continue in this way. Like, you are using the space as effectively as you can, but like, you gotta either go or you gotta do something, and people just lose their mind when you tell them, like, you have to treat people like human beings. You have to have a conversation with this person, or like reconcile your feelings with this person, on your own, rather than just doing this thing in this public space that we share, especially the thing in shared spaces. It's totally different. I
feel like everyone's like, it's not, we're adults, it's not your responsibility, but like, it kind of is though, because I put you here and I keep you here. It kind of is my responsibility. Yeah. I'm sort of the Woody of this Andy's room.
Do you feel like it reflects badly on you when there's beef between like a group of people that you hand select?
It does, yes. And it's also, I fucked up so bad.
Oh no.
I must have been, I don't know what I was thinking, but I finally, like it finally came to a point where he was like, I think that she has the wrong idea about me, and I have to say something, but I'm afraid of doing it in private. Like, I don't want to like be on my own. And I said, well, just do it. Like, do it in public. Do it right there in the chat. And I urged him to, like, let's have it all out in like the movies channel on my Discord. And that was an awful idea, and she put him down really hard.
Oh, no.
As she also was in a particularly bad mood at that time. But it's like she still will bring up, like, and he tried to like call me out in public, and it's like, I told him to do that. You think I'm just sticking up for him because who would say that? But I did tell him to do that.
Well, for one, you didn't tell him to do it that way. But two,
I did though. I looked at every message he sent before he sent it.
Oh, you did?
I signed that whole thing.
Absolutely.
You signed the check,
thing.
Charlie! And he tried to cash it.
That whole thing was my fault.
Number two,
top to bottom.
I was like, keeping I just generally keep tabs on the server because I'm like the admin, technically.
Right.
I was very seriously considering throwing my phone on the floor and stomping it into pieces out of like secondhand embarrassment watching that play out.
I don't know how this has happened, but I've somehow found myself in the moderator position of a community server that has like 2,000 people in it.
Oh God.
Yeah, and like the moderation team is very strong because like this is a server for an event that goes on every year, and it's like it's an established thing. It's very professional, very buttoned up, and I've just somehow found myself there doing it, and hey, listen, I love a lot of the people in here. But I think this kind of happened because I love to be a narc, and I love to like, whenever people like step out of line, I would tell the mods like, hey, this fucking person's posting underage art of a character, go fucking destroy them immediately. To the point where they're like, we can't keep up with this, but you see it immediately, so you're a mod now, kind of thing.
Right.
But there are things that kind of like transcend the very clear guidelines of what a moderator should do that you have to like look at and like judge and make judgment calls on. So when a person is just like being very weird but not technically breaking any rules, you're gonna have to look at that and say like, I don't know what to do with you, but you're being weird and uncomfortable. So I guess I have to delete you, or that sort of thing. Normally, you talk about it with other mods and you reach a consensus, but like now that I have to be the arbiter of what is normal or like what is like acceptable within this space, I'm not alone, but like I have to like look at everything through this lens of whether or not it complies with the rules of what we're trying to establish here, and it put a color on things, and it's weird and different. So moderating a server, especially one that has like beef going on, I don't know, I would be like, I'm gonna mute you both, delete you both, go away.
Yeah, not my favorite.
Talking about moderating discords, and Lady Iron shows up immediately. Hello, good morning.
I know I'm your dearest and most interesting friend, but as your business partner, I must urge you to go to level 3.
Oh, okay, right. I haven't played the game in like 30 years. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I like the conversation we're having. I wanted to keep. Oh fuck! Sorry. I love
those guys. I love Mallet Bros.
Is that what they're called?
I believe. I'm afraid I'm embarrassing myself because it's my business to know these things. But I think Sledge Bros. They're Sledge Bros.
Sledge Bros.
Oh, you got it just before I.
Yeah, no, Heather, again, like, there was a guy that every time he'd show up, I would just turn his volume down and just, like, ignore him. But, like, he engaged himself in a lot of conversations, and it's like, I should probably listen to what this guy's saying, but, like, he never said anything that I liked, so...
was he annoying or, like, evil? What was his...
Well, okay, so here's the thing about, like, public events, too. Like, a community like ours, you know, anybody can join, and, like, sometimes, again... People just kind of, you know, show up, and maybe they don't know how to conduct themselves in public, or maybe they're like, you know, they don't socialize with a lot of people often, but like,
yeah,
some people they just don't socialize well.
Sure.
I thought I died there. That was crazy. Yeah. Oh God. I should play drunk more. I think I'm doing better.
Yeah, you really expertly navigated this particular course.
Fuck. Okay, I gotta go back. I need to get the star. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, Jackie. I'm sorry. I saw you come in and I didn't say anything, but I'm glad you're here. Have a good night, okay? I'm always glad when you show up, and I promise I will respond to your messages. I'm sorry. I am backed up like crazy. But it's good to see you, and have a good night, okay? Stop moving! Thank you. What were we talking about?
Some gentleman at SciScon that was poorly socialized.
Right, yeah, no, I think we've said everything we need to say about that. Lady Iron makes a good point, listening to troublemakers to make sure they didn't do anything wrong, or don't do anything wrong, it's tough. And, like, I have thankfully not had to, like, hear anyone's case, because for the most part, like, it is cut and dry when people violate the rules in such a way that we need to actually intervene.
Right.
But, like, to have someone try and make their case to me, I would be like, I don't care. I destroy immediately. I'm nuclearizing you, and you have to die.
Yeah. No, I can't handle shit like that, and I love cons. I hate going to panels because, like...
Go ahead.
Like, having to, like listen to, like, Q&As and audience presentation like fucking gag me. I don't. And they more often than not they go very lovely, but like look at these little guys. I like these
Oh,
fellows.
I forgot about the horizontal thwomps. It's probably one of my favorite podcasts. We have taken our audience participation section and we're vetting emails now. You are not coming up to the mic until we vet your email, and then we know you can be trusted to talk. I'm like, I respect that. There's a lot of power in that. Fuck.
They work like booze. Don't forget. Yeah, you're.
What I like about this game is that it introduces so many new concepts. Every level, every world, there's always just something new and weird and different. Even though it's a boo, it's a reskin of a boo, but it's a different graphic, it's a different thing. Fuck that mushroom.
Yeah, it walks instead of flying, and so you can't get away from it as easily.
Hey, I'm actually curious.
I love this game, and I love
If I may I say something? I'm very curious. So when I hit this question block, the mushroom went to the right. I have now rewound to a state before that mushroom came out. Which direction is it gonna go?
I think
to the left.
The opposite. I think it's the opposite direction you're facing.
So I've had a lot of question blocks in this game. Let's see. All right, I'm facing left. Right.
Yeah. See, I think it's the opposite direction you're facing.
No.
No? Huh.
But that's interesting. It's not preceded. Okay, that's fascinating. Either way, sorry. Who was? Oh God, I've disrupted the whole conversation.
I like the backwards music when it rewinds.
Let's
I do have to
go,
wonder
you
about,
spiky fuck. Sorry, go ahead.
Saying like a size con or whatever. I have to wonder what the atmosphere at a convention of that nature is, because I feel like it would be like a lot of that kind of person.
Well, having done the in-person one and having done 2 of the digital ones, I can say obviously you're gonna get the more dedicated people to come out to the in-person one. I think the physicality of it plus the travel definitely vets a lot of people. To show up, you are I feel to show up to that sort of thing, you are at the very least dedicated enough in this passion that you want to be there, right?
Right.
For the online one, the barrier to entry is just so much smaller that anyone truly could be there. Obviously, we vet and make sure that people are 18 plus. We do ID checks and that sort of thing. If you can.
Well, the size con, you have a very large barrier of entry.
But that you get a lot of people who are interacting with creators who make sexual content, and you have to wonder if it's if they interact with those people a lot, because you get a lot of people who are just outright coming up to you and saying, I jerk it to this, and that's not totally out of place, that's not totally unwarranted, but you gotta
it's we all jerk it to this, that's why we're here.
You gotta vet your thoughts a little bit before you come up and talk to me about that sort of thing, buddy,
Right.
So, and when you're behind a microphone and behind a screen, you don't really necessarily deal with the repercussions of what you say as harshly as if you're in a room full of people who can look at you and silently just kind of crickets chirp as you walk out the door. And the in-person one, there were issues. I remember one of the panels I was on, one guy showed up 5 minutes into it and just kind of became the moderator of it, and he was not associated with the panel at all, but he just he stood by the door and then sat by the row of panelists and just started making jokes and answering questions, and we're who the fuck are you? Why are you here? What are you? So, people conduct themselves as people do, but for the most part, at least what I experienced, the in-person one was cleaner and smoother and less awkward.
Right.
Oh, I forgot, I haven't changed my light box, so it still says SciScon Baby. But all that to say, the SciScon Micro last weekend was very nice. I had a great time. I was on a couple panels. Miss K was there, moderating and hosting a couple spaces for the Dark Side panel and social, which was very nice. And it's just good to see folks. It's a good way to connect with people that I just don't normally connect with, or don't talk to face to face, as it were. There was a friend that I've chatted with for a year and a half, but never voice called with, and they were there, and I'm holy shit, it's you! And we talked, and it was just one of those weird kind of barrier breaking things, and it was very nice to just kind of engage with people in that way. I like it a lot.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Are you famous?
Am I?
Are you
famous?
Are you famous?
So No, I don't think so. But like, at least within that particular community, like SizeCon, like the people that make it know me. So,
Right.
you know, there's that.
Can I use you for my game?
I talked to you yesterday about like how no one could catfish using my identity because like, you know, they would never be able to like conclusively copy my whole thing. But more importantly,
Right.
no one would give you money for catfishing as DD Star because DD Star fans don't even give DD Star money. So like, people know me and people like me, but like, there's no like clout to it. I have nothing to my name. I'm connected, I suppose, if you want to think about it that way. It's weird to think about it, but like, I know people. And maybe if you want to do like the Kevin Bacon game, I can point you at someone and say like, yeah, I'm 2 or 3 from that person, but like that doesn't seem helpful because I would never in a million years like, yeah, I know this person, I'm gonna put you in contact with them because to me like that's poison. I would never do that.
I Kevin Bacon myself to Cody Vorbison. It's cool.
Oh
Yeah, she's actually friends with my very good friend. So in a way, I'm only one removed from pretty internet woman.
Well, and you know, like I suppose there are people who are going to be impressed by that. I have to wonder, like, because like there's a lot of people that I know that I think this is really cool. This is a person that I have a lot of respect for. They're a peer, and we talk, and I'm like, that's cool to me. But I never want to like trivialize that relationship, I suppose.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm sure there's a lot of people I could say like, yeah, I know this person, or I talked to this person, and they'd be like, what, you talked to that person? That's fucking poggers, dude. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Like
know.
Justin Trudeau.
Oh god, hey, I'll tell you one thing. I didn't vote for Justin Trudeau. Because Canada has a semi-viable 3-party system. The NDP is pretty cool, and they're pretty rooted in where I live.
Right.
So I've never voted Liberal, I've never voted Conservative, I voted New Democratic Party every single election I could vote in.
Well, if you had a real country, that might mean something, but it's very cute that you concern yourself with such things.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, the scope of Canadian politics is a very grim one at the moment because it's either like you get Justin Trudeau again or you get fucking Donald Trump 2.0.
Oh, hey, tell me about it.
Yeah, neither of them seem like a particularly great option, but at least we're not like sending billions of dollars to Israel every month, so there's that I know of. I actually genuinely have no idea how much money we're sending to Israel.
Well, nobody wants your fucking...
Why?
Yeah, we're sending millions of toonies to Israel. They sent them all back.
You said a case of 556, but it's coated in maple syrup. What the hell? Yeah, no. Here's and
for the record, I would not use you for my game. I was being.
Oh no, I don't think you would. But at the same time, like I feel like you're the only person who I think was like impressed by that whole thing. And
well, it's cool. She's a big deal. You're like friends with her. That's crazy.
Well, and I guess that's like one of those things. Like I didn't really know who she was when I initially made that contact, and then we've just kind of been chatting ever since. So like the scope of things has not really, I guess, fully been realized. But like, you know, she's successful, and I'm very happy for her, and I want that success to continue. And I think it's cool that this life leads me to these opportunities because I've met a lot of people that like I said, I have infinite respect for you, and I like the work that you make, and it's just weird that like you think of me as a peer.
You want to play
That's
a
cool.
different NES game if you lost interest in?
No, I think the conversation that we're having is so much more interesting than playing the game.
No, that's fair. It is.
I will play the game. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I am not getting on to you. I promise. I'm very much enjoying myself also, and there is a bit of a boost to the old ego that my conversation is interesting enough to override the siren's call of the.
Well, let's put it this way: you're making me want to say things that I actually have to think about and have to use my entire smooth brain for. So
no.
Well, here's the thing, GD. I'll tell you what. Like, so with our 3-party system, obviously you elect your premiers and your whatevers. Like, I vote for NDP. They never get a majority. They get seats. And like sometimes the Liberals and the NDP will work together and do things, and the Conservatives fucking hate that. But for the most part, at least here, I live in the Texas of Canada. It is a red state, for lack of a better term. No, sorry, it's a blue state because our fucking the liberals are red and the conservatives are blue. It sucks.
In a fake fucking country.
but like, I'm always kind of like I'm you know, I know that like at least here in this one city in this very very conservative province, we'll get like that one NDP riding, and we get that going for us. But like, yeah, no, Canadian politics are fake. It's nothing. Canada's a fake fucking country. I don't know why you haven't annexed us yet.
You're sort of a glorified beaver-pelled outpost.
We are the Hudson's Bay trading company. That's true.
Though I will say that in the same way that we stole all of England's greatest musicians, we do steal all of Canada's greatest comedians.
Like Russell Peters.
Like Jim Carrey and John Candy and all those.
Fucking forgot those guys were Canadian. Like, okay,
that's because I mean they're not. They're ours now, but I mean they were born in your.
You know, Just for Laughs.
Yes.
Just for Laughs would come on the Comedy Network, and I'm like, yeah, look at these famous Canadian comedians like Russell Peters, and John Candy, Jim Carrey. Never even crossed my mind. Fuck. Okay, I need to get the star. I don't
even know who the fuck Russell Peters is.
Russell Peters is a comedian. He was in. What is the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal? Where he is a man, he is a body in a tube, and he is trying to suss out like a terrorist attack on a train. And he can experience the world in like 10-minute intervals, and he is in those 10 minutes, this time loop, he can like suss out who the terrorist is. And Russell Peters.
He's in a tube?
So okay. Jake Gyllenhaal plays a war veteran. Source code, yes, and he's fucked up. So they put his fucked up comatose body into a machine that allows him to precog into this terrorist attack. And in this terrorist attack, he's able to take this little 10-minute window and try and figure out who it is. And Russell Peters is in this movie as a guy on the train. And I'm pretty sure...
I'm on your train, eh?
Russell Peters is an Indian comedian, and he does a lot of Indian culture is so strange and funny, you know, the Punani joke.
Well, then he's certainly not Canadian.
If you've ever heard the Punani joke, that's him. So, like, I don't know if he's ever done, like, the stereotypical Canadian accent, but he sure does a lot of, like, you know, here's a you know, old Indian grandpa, accent joke. Yeah, what's up?
Punani is never a joke to me. I take it deadly serious.
That's why you are God's bravest soldier. Hey, listen, I like eating pussy as much as the next person, but, like, at the same time, having sex with a human being, absolutely not. Get it away from me. Oh, my goodness. Here's the thing, I love physical affection, but at the same time, I was thinking about it, I'm like, man, sex is disgusting. And the fact that we do it is gross.
The other day, I was, talking about, exactly, but it was like, you know, when you don't exactly know what your deal is yet, you have that moment where you realize, oh, like, I guess everybody doesn't watch, like, most guys don't watch lesbian porn exclusively and watch it with sort of an aching longing in their heart for what they can never have.
What, to be a
woman?
I guess
I just always figured every guy was like that. I guess not everyone does, but then I
remember having, in junior high, one of my friends, who was a girl, asked her dad why he watches lesbian porn. It was the most uncomfortable conversation I've ever had, to be in the room for that. But his explanation was like, you like cookies, don't you? It's like having two cookies. And I'm like, fucking what? John? What? John?
That is, I think, what...
John?
That is, I think, what most guys get out of it. And I was like... It's like most guys don't even get off to being eaten alive by the Queen Martian from Duck Dodgers.
She doesn't even have a mouth.
Well, that's well. Then I said I was like, no, I'm joking. Obviously, she doesn't even have a mouth. But it is interesting the sort of relationship to sex one builds when you're not exactly crazy about what you got going on.
Well, and this is the thing, like, I kind of come to realize, like, a lot of the sexual trauma I had was just, like, sex as the purview of a cis, like, in the purview of a cis person. specifically like you are the top in the situation because you have the bits. I'm like, I don't want to be the top.
Yes.
But, like I never had like the brain power to think that's what I needed or wanted.
Right.
Because every situation I was in was like, well, I have the bits. This must be what I'm doing. And then it's like, oh no, wait a minute. And that's again specifically why I got so into like eating pussy. Was like, I don't have to use my dick for this. Fucking hell yes, sign me up.
Yes, 100%. No, I don't know. Like, is this too blue for this stream? You can tell me to stop.
We're talking about eating pussy. Just go ahead.
Well, like, like I've always had to think. Like, I was I went on a buddy of mine had a little bachelor party trip, and we were all in the hot, a bunch of guys, quote unquote, in the hot tub, having it all out, and sex came up as it does, and I talked about like, well, like really, like if you just wanted to come, you just go jack off. Like it's not. Sex is fun, but only for what you can do for another person.
And
like,
so, like, genuinely, that's why I would prefer to masturbate than to have sex with another person. Like, it came up, and I'm like, okay, great, we're doing this. And, like, I think I would psych myself up and say, yeah, I'm having sex, this is great. But at the same time, like, I could do this better at home.
that's the, and it's, I don't want to, like, that sounds so awful and rude, especially when you're saying it right next to your wife, but it's not like, it's like, I want someone to want to have sex with me very much, and I want to touch and feel and eat pussy and like do like I want to get someone else off. That feels good,
right?
But like, don't touch my wiener, please. I don't really like. I if I could just roll, it's like I'm the opposite of the guy who fucks you for 5 minutes, comes and goes to sleep. Like I would like to let you come.
Well, and this is my problem too. Is like I didn't want to do it if I knew I wouldn't be able to get someone off, right? Because then it's like, what the fuck am I even here for? And so that became like the pressure. It's like, okay, great, I have to make this person come, or I'm going to kill myself in the alley behind their house.
100%.
And so like
100%.
that's like. I was thinking about this today. I'm like, man, I have a lot of sexual trauma. I wonder if I could, continue to persist in this business as I do if I can't, like, reconcile with that. So I've been thinking about it a lot, and just like, obviously, making porn and making content is like performative in a way. It's not real, but like being intimate with someone and and trying to satisfy their needs is like a whole other different can of worms. It's difficult in a way that like, jerking someone off on a camera isn't. But at the same time, like, I have to wonder in the situations, like, am I doing this good? Am I doing it right? Am I making is this worthwhile for both of us, or could this have just been accomplished at home with like a Tengu egg or whatever?
Right.
Also, I'm not stalling here. I was gonna ask the chat, do we want to go to 6 or 5? Because then we get the Mushroom House or the card game. I'd rather go to 6, if I'm being honest.
Let's do 6. I don't remember which one is which, honestly. But
the Mushroom House is the items, and I want items.
But it was funny. Like I was talking, like I said all that, like. If you just want to feel good, just jack off. Sex is about making someone else come. And like, funny enough, the guy that was getting married agreed with me. He was like, "Yeah, you're right."
Fuck.
And then like the other guys in the hot tub were like, "No, are you fucking crazy? Like I want to come. If she does too, that's lovely. But
fuck, how do you kick it upwards? How do you kick the shell upwards?
I don't think you can't until Mario World. That's when that's when they introduced being able to do it upward. Yeah. But I think you can see. I think you could maybe bump beneath the turtle and then do, or the Koopa Troopa. I apologize.
And then what?
Maybe. Yeah, no, I guess not.
I'm just not big enough. Head of this game is called Mario 3.
But
Oh wait, no. Oh, we're back in regular world now.
Yeah, it's kind of Mario 64 with it. But they were like if she gets off too, that's great, but I'm like, the main thing is I'm looking for some hole. And I just realized like that is alien to me. And I'm not trying to be like little Miss Perfect ally, I'm a feminist, whatever. That just genuinely, that outlook is alien to me.
If Charlie can't make him come, what's the point?
Exactly.
This is only half in jest, but I can't read. Data King of Transmians. And genuinely, Miss K, I am so looking forward to just kind of like immersing myself in that, because I've never had listen, I've jerked a few people off, but I've never had, like, I would say gay sex, like, penetrative in that way. Like, I've never had, like, non-cis sex, I suppose, right? I guess, you know, a hand job is sex, I don't know, but, like, I've never been, like, serious about it, and I'm fucking around because I want to try to make a point. I want to be more adventurous and try to, like, break down the barriers that I have with my sex, right? Like, I have a lot of, like, hang-ups about it that I need to kind of break down, and I want to get over it.
Right.
So in that way, like, I love Heather to death, you know, I love you, baby, you're my world. I'm glad that you're patient with me. I'm glad that you are understanding that, like, I need time to figure this shit out. And I'm glad that, you know what, a cuddle is at times just as good, because, boy, am I touch starved, but, like, more than that, anything more, like, involved with than that is weird and kind of gives me these, I don't know what the word is, but, like, I'm messed up in a lot of ways, and I want to break that down. And I'm glad that there are people who are, like, at least accommodating of that, and I'm very grateful for that.
Right. Well, I'm glad to hear, like, other people, because I for being, like, we're keeping it hunted on the stream, I suppose, like, I always worried that I'm just, like, a weird freak, because I don't, like, I've never, like, had penetrative sex. I don't, and I feel like I should, but I also don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I say, it's weird. It's very weird.
Oh, fuck.
The relationship that you form with your body and sexuality, and especially, like, I don't know, like,
oh, what do I do?
yeah, it almost, you know,
what do I do?
This is,
I fucked
I
up.
think you might, go back to the beginning. I think that might respawn if you go,
No,
like,
I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die.
yeah, that works.
They gave me a fire flower,
But, like,
what's the point? Anyway, go ahead.
But, like, it's that, like, I know that this is, like, the thing, and it's supposed to be the thing, and, like, do I care? Do I feel bad? But, like, I also, like, I was like, a lot of, I think, what gets me, and it makes me worry sometimes that I'm not actually trans, I'm just, like, freaked out by this, which is nonsense, obviously, but, like, is back in the old Tumblr days, back in the Obama years, before we had, a lot to worry about consistently.
Fuck these guys.
People were always, like, I don't know, like, one of the big things you would see is, like people fucking, like, hated men. Like,
yeah, I remember,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
the violent misandry of certain people was, like, weird, but...
Right, and it always got to be, because it's people that I liked. It wasn't, like, it was one thing, it was, like, oh, whatever, I mean, that's, you know, that's just your opinion, but, like, people that I valued the opinion of and liked,
Fuck.
the vibe really seemed to be, like, men are awful, and having sex with men is definitely awful. Like, it's kind of, like, it's kind of inherently violent to have sex with a guy, and, like, especially, like penis sex, big cock and penis sex sucks.
What are you doing?
And it's, like, I think that got to me, because I would worry about that. Like, I felt bad. And I know that's, like, kind of goofy or whatever, but I think that got to me a lot. And just made that particular situation much worse, as I feel feeling like male sexuality in any capacity is inherently, like, is like an inherently violent thing that you impose on someone, which is not, you know, I don't think is true now, but, like, very formative years of that kind of thing.
You gonna fly? You gonna fly, you motherfucker? No, you're just fast. I kill you anyway because I'm powerful.
I always thought he looked like a little cartoon bee.
A little bee? Oh, it's adorable. Yeah, no, Lady Iron, like, genuinely, like, once you kind of redefine what the boundaries of sex are, you start having a lot more fun with people. But then you kind of have to, like, you have to deal with people who maybe have narrow views of what sex can be themselves. You kind of have to, like, work through that. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just pick that one again? Sorry, hold on, wait. Okay. I'm cheating this one time because I'm allowed to, because I'm god of this world. Fuck. Oh, let's go to the castle. Yeah, genuinely, I didn't expect the conversation to get this real on the show, but like, I'm glad it does, because, you know, there's never really any boundaries. Oh, this guy's a dinosaur. There's never really any boundaries of what we're allowed to talk about, assuming it's not like horrendously heinous.
This is internet radio. We can say whatever.
Yeah, I've lost another follower. We've lost 3 followers since the stream started.
Are they mad with the stream, or what's the deal with
So
that?
again, here's the thing. Having that genuine boost in followers from Cody on the stream, a lot of those people were here to see Cody, and
Right.
because Cody's not here, they're probably just fucking off. And good riddance. I don't need them, but like, there's that one thing where it's like the boost is great, love to have it, but like I know a lot of these people are not here for me, and that's something I just kind of
Yeah.
we say fuck it, we ball.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the great thing about just having like your various friends as guests on the podcast is that like I don't think that my friend the my friend Bill boost is really going to overshadow. Other than you're famous. You're probably the most famous person we've had on.
I genuinely like. Here's the thing though. Like I'm so small potatoes. I cannot believe that.
This is silly. I love like Jaren is a. I said like them. I mean they're kind of big on Twitter, but like I've had them on the pod. Like we are very 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 good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they're on, like I kind of thought, ooh, they're gonna be on and they're gonna like, hey, everybody, I'm on this podcast episode. Come listen to it, and then we're gonna get like 1 million listeners.
Right.
She never said a fucking word about being on that fucking podcast, and she was on a few times.
Well, this is actually one of those things. Like I didn't ask Cody to promote the shit. I just I'm doing this thing. You want to be on it, and she did. And I'm very grateful for that because it did get a lot of traffic.
Right.
I wonder if there's like that unspoken like obligation. If you are like, if you have a platform and you are guesting on a thing, like are you obligated to like to tell people about it? No, I'm not taking that L. I'm sorry. And like I try to I believe like being a good little social media kitten or whatever and talking about shit when I can, because God knows I love posting. I got 2 thumbs
Right.
and they were made for posting.
Right.
But like it helps, and genuinely like talking about stuff, especially when what killed me there?
What's the fire on top was
I guess what I'm trying to say, where the fuck am I? Is like I know that people don't see my shit because like I'm shadow banned into oblivion. I got like 300 views on the post I put up today, and I'm like, oh, that's embarrassing. But like even still, numbers is numbers, and people will see stuff, and the people who really care
Right.
or are clued in will see stuff, and that's what matters.
Right.
Because it cuts through the people that actually give a shit. So
Right.
whenever possible, I will use whatever meager platform I have to say, hey, listen, I think this is important. I want you to hear about it. Please, exercise whatever agency you have to engage with this thing in whatever way you want.
Right. I love this one.
Is it? I'm trying to think of the music, because I think once you get above into the tower world, that's when the music changes, and that's the music.
Sky is different.
That's the music. That's the whistle sound and like the main title theme from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love that so much. I had a MIDI synthesizer on my iPad like 10 years ago, and it came with the MIDI of that thing as like a thing you could fuck around with, and I just throw it on there and listen to it while I walked around. It was great. God, the internet's so fucking weird, dude. Nothing to say to that.
I was yawning real big.
Oh, cool. Yeah. You sleepy? You bored? You tired? You hate me?
No. I mean, I'm having a lovely time. I dread when I see Bowser defeated.
Charlie, I know you would never. I know you would not disrespect me in that way. I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry.
Not because I love Bowser. I hate him.
Also, I realize now that this is the overworld theme for this world is the Civi fast forward music, and that might mean something to someone. Go ahead.
But because I dread a time when we will have to cease our lovely conversation.
That is true. I've been meaning to ask actually, because we've been going for about 2 hours now. How long are you thinking to stay in? 3 hours?
However long you want to do this, I ain't got fucking nothing going on.
Well, I haven't eaten yet, so I should probably do that at some point. You know how it be though. I live across the street from a pizza place, so I can just place an order and go pick it up.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Papa John's. Don't get too excited.
Papa John's is my favorite, and
Oh.
that's controversial.
Is it because of the butter?
I like the butter. I like the little pepper. I like the pepper in the butter.
Heather-
This is one of my favorites.
Heather, before you start yelling, I had 5 out of 6 donuts, so I've eaten plenty. I fucked up so bad. I really should not have fallen down here.
Well, this is part of it. This is one of my favorites.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
Which pipe?
I think anyone will do it.
Well, like, cause so Papa John's obviously had that fun little brand
See, this is a
schism
cute little waterfall thing. Yeah.
where Shaq,
yes,
Shaq came in and said, "I'm the owner of Papa John's now,"
Right.
and things kind of got a bit wet and wild there for a second there, Mr. Shaq.
What gets me about the whole Papa John situation? I mean, obviously he was like, there's going to be a reckoning. Like he put out one of the funniest
What?
like
Oh, right.
WWE promos anyone's ever put out, as far as being a sweaty red pizza man.
You're talking about Papa John?
But yeah, Papa John. But like, part of the thing is that like it said like he was like he lost that job because he was really racist and said the N-word a lot. But it's like it was like he would say the N-word in like business calls. How are
Investor
you saying
meetings.
the N-word in a pizza business
yeah.
call?
In what context would you say that in an investor call, Captain?
I want to know so badly.
Well, and I remember he came on record. He's like, my publicist group or my PR group tricked me into saying it. I didn't actually say it. I'm like, what the fuck are you? Because he did the whole campaign to like to kind of like prove his innocence or whatever, and it just kind of made him come off as like weird and rich and creepy.
Right. So
So now
they tricked me into saying it. How can they trick you into saying it?
Yeah, oh, a Tanuki suit! He has like a mansion of like eagles fucking in his house. No, sorry, he has a statue of eagles fucking in his mansion. And like, it's just one of those things, like, you are so detached from reality, there's no way you could ever use this word. Like, that you have to say it in a fucking phone call with people who like run your business. It intimates to me that you are not allowed to be in public, sir. Like,
Right. Well, they have to get it's a Mr. Mix-a-Pitlick situation, except if you make him say the N-word, he has to go back to his home dimension.
oh my god, you tricked me into saying it. Ugh. There was that fear, I suppose. What am I about to say? One of my favorite bits, there's this podcast I listen to, the Castle Super Beast podcast, and one of the hosts of it, Wooly, he's a gentleman who absolutely loves casual racism. And I should preface this by saying he is a person of color. He's a black man.
You're talking about Wooly, aren't you?
Yeah, Wooly Wools. And just like the idea of
fellow.
like selling someone an N-word pass and them actually genuinely believing like they have the ability to say the N-word. I think that's gold. That's powerful. I wouldn't do anything with it, but I would buy an N-word pass just 'cause, like, yeah, fucking, I have this. Check this shit out. I got one.
I would take one from Wooly.
Yeah, exactly. If Wooly
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
On his merch store, he started putting up N-word passes. I would buy one and just like frame it because I'm like, this is cool and it's stupid and it's funny. I can't ever capitalize on this because I would be destroyed immediately. But like, that you are pushing this so hard and that you want this so bad, I love it. I love it. Wooly never changed.
I had friends.
No.
I had 2 friends. I still have them. I didn't have, but they used to have. They both had a poster for a movie, the title of which I cannot say, but it is a real legitimate movie. And funny enough, has like a decent backstory, or like the reason it's called this, but it's called Boss N-Word.
Okay.
And they both had a poster of it because they thought it was funny. This was some years back, and I asked them at one point, "Do you still have that poster?" And they're like, "No, we have girls over sometime, man."
I appreciate that self-awareness, though. No! I'm sorry I'm rewinding so much, everybody. I'm hateful of these plants. No!
You're not even in plant world yet.
Yeah, in what world are these plants allowed to have dominion over me, a human being? This is stupid. I'm the top of the food chain. You plants bout. Fuck you! This is unwatchable slop. My goodness. Oh my god. And this is again, like they're like Mario 3 I think is adorable. It's the perfect game, but there are dregs. There are dregs that just like oh man.
Everyone likes World more. I don't.
I don't like
like
more.
World.
No. Again, like I never had a Super Nintendo growing up. I played World when I was like late teens, early adults. And that's
Yeah.
like got like actually no, my earliest exposure to that game was in the fucking children's hospital. They had a Super Nintendo. It was like 2003 and all they had was a Super Nintendo. I'm like, "Great."
Kind of a classic.
But like I just don't think it's as charming. I think it's like when I think about Mario World, the scope of it just seems so much more there's less like grandeur to it because like Mario 3 is throwing new things at you every single world, whereas like you play Mario World, it's like, okay, here's the same stuff, we're gonna remix it, we're gonna make it challenging. I lost another follower, we're down. It's crazy.
Shouldn't talk Mario World. You're right. Well, Mario World is cool because it's one location and it's kind of coherent, but like it's also one location and not a bunch.
Well, like you go through like the biomes, you go through like the Ghost Forest and all that stuff, but there's nothing. I don't think there's like as many big swings as there is with this one.
Yeah.
Fuck you! Oh, you bastard! I hate your family. Oh!
I respect that even with all of your rewinding, you always take you'll take a hit to your power up. You just won't die.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, fuck, there are gonna be so many P-Wings that, like, you need this, kid. You gotta skip so many things. Also, Lady Iron, I'm very happy that you're having development and you're able to do that sort of thing. That you're doing it. I'm very proud of you and I'm happy for you. But yes, and as someone who's a cat, developing breast tissue and having your cat just fucking walk all over you, it's the worst thing in the world, so, if you can wear a padded shirt or something, I would recommend that. Well, I got options now. I can go to the castle or I can just go straight up. I'm gonna go straight up. Let's climb the Tower of Babel!
Yeah.
Fuck.
I like the Tower of Babel level. I just took a little sipperoo, stole it from my friend sitting here's chocolate milkshake. And
ooh. Why you got milkshake?
It's kind of a hot chocolate milkshake. It's very good.
Those things don't seem like those are words that go together properly. What's happening here?
It's got little marshmallows in it and such. It is very good.
So is it like a hot chocolate slurry? Fuck you.
It's like a milkshake, but it's like hot chocolate. It's, you know how like
if you
Oreo
put like
chocolate?
gelatin into it, it becomes like a sludge.
Little marshmallows.
Oh.
I can't have Oreos, I've discovered. I am genuinely sort of addicted to Oreos.
Oh, I can't have them in that way. I thought there was like a gluten intolerance. That's crazy. I mean, not
No.
crazy. Like honestly, like, you know, I don't want to minimize the grip they might have on your world, but like, I've never found Oreos to be particularly remarkable, but I enjoy them from time to time.
I fucking love Oreos. If there are Oreos about, I have a very difficult time not going back for like 2 or 3 or 4 more.
I
just lose myself.
I will just like, I'll get a glass of milk, I'll get like 3 or 4 Oreos, I'll walk away from them so that I know that when I'm done with the Oreos or whatever, like I'm so far away from them that I just can't like physically go back and get them.
Yeah.
I think also, when I was talking about the music for this thing, I think the whistle theme, just like the notes you play on the whistle is what I was talking about, not this. But
yes, the whistle theme takes you to the bonus world that has this music.
Yes, but there is a world that has the melody for the fairy fountain from Mario. And I don't remember which world it is, it might be the next one, but it's the backing melody, not the harp that goes through, but like the backing kind of notes.
I think you're thinking of the Ice World, which I believe is.
That's probably what it is. Where is the Ice World? Is that next?
I think it's Ice World, then Plant or Pipe World, and then Bowser.
I've got so many level skip things. I should probably use those at some point. My kingdom for a leaf. My goodness.
That is funny that you have somehow managed to go through this without. You had the Tanuki suit for a minute,
and then I lost it immediately.
I feel like the late stage power-ups in this game you don't really get as much of.
Well, so this is the thing. When Mario Advance came out, I didn't know, like, I'm like, oh wow, they added the hammer suit to this game, that's crazy. I didn't fucking know the hammer suit was in this game, like, originally.
Yeah, it's hard to come across. I don't think that it ever comes out of, like, a question mark block. I think you have to get it from a Toad house.
Yeah, they're the special things you find it in, like, secrets, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, this level sucks.
What am I supposed to do?
I think you just have to jump over or try to catch it where it will, like, send you up.
In a film I won't name, a movie on which I blame my expectations of the Power Glove. It's so bad, he was serious. Oh, I'm losing my fucking mind. We've had a lot of very productive conversations that I will say it's, like, not normal for the show. So I'm glad you're here for that. Hey, you guys have a good night, okay? I'm glad you guys were hanging out. I know it's like a million miles after
good night.
midnight over on the East Coast, so...
You don't always share your sexual hang-ups anytime you talk to another human being?
No, and this is the thing. Like, here's the thing. Despite what I do and all the stuff I make on the internet, I really don't talk about my sex life all that much because, like, for the most part, it's non-existent, but also at the same time, again, it is mired in trauma, and, like...
Sure.
I
just noticed this world map is kind of a trans thing. Look at it.
Yeah, it's very pink, it's very blue, it's very white. Nia, I'm glad you're having a good time, and I'm very grateful that you're here. Whoopsies! So genuinely, it's very interesting to, like, you know, have... And I think, too, like, I feel like a lot of my friends feel the same way, and maybe that's why we don't broach the conversation as much, is because we all just kind of have this similar...
Right.
So, you know, that's why I like to bring on different perspectives of different people, because who knows what the hell you're going to bring to the show. Oh, that's it?
Well, see, my thing...
Right.
This level is very short. My thing is and has always been, like, we talk about porn way too much on mobile. That is true. Other people get on to me for talking about past suicidal ideation too much.
Oh, I've been there.
I also do that. But I feel like, and maybe this is just, I don't know, maybe it's whatever, but, like, if you reveal that you are willing to talk about things that most people maybe don't talk about, I feel like you open up the conversation and you make people more comfortable. Like, everybody jacks off. Everybody these days has thought about killing themselves. Everybody
hurts.
Everybody hurts sometimes, and, like, it's stuff that you don't really get a chance to, like, talk to that much or talk about that much. And I feel like opening the conversation up to that kind of thing does a lot to really open people up and get them talking. Now, the downside of that is sometimes it does not. And sometimes you find out very quickly that you misread a vibe, and that is hell. You never want that.
No. And that's like, I consider us to be, like, you know, relatively liberated and self-aware people, so we at the very least know what we're bringing to the table.
Right.
And I can respect that, I appreciate that. Come on, baby, let's go for 3. Fucking goated! He has a mustache.
It was funny, like, me and another trans girl, which I am very good friends with, were kind of, like, poking fun at somebody, talking about, like, so is your whole conception of sex just, like,
okay,
like, girl playing with booby, and then my trans friend was like, man, I fucking wish it was, and I had to be like, yeah. Now that you say it, it's really weird. Like, it's just really weird. Like, I don't know. Like, this is like advanced theory or whatever. I don't know, but, like, even as, like, people who are attracted to trans women are attracted almost exclusively because they have a penis.
Yeah, I have to, that's definitely a selling point, and I wish sometimes that wasn't, like, the only reason a lot of people came to my stuff, because, like, I'm multifaceted, I have a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
I don't want to take the. I'm not going in here. This pit sucks. I'm leaving. Goodbye. This whole thing was a trap. I'm out of here. Goodbye. But at the same time, you know, it's nice to feel wanted, and I'm glad I can supply at least that one thing.
Right.
I wish people, you know, like me for my other stuff, but I'm glad that they like me for this one thing at least.
Right.
What have I done? I fucked up so badly.
Well, it feels crazy. It's like even in that like space or whatever, like the penis is still the center of the conversation or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel like
Like,
in
it really-
that way they don't see past like, okay, you are just like a you know, half of the gender that you want to be in that way? They're like, you know, you are not fully realized in that way because you have this thing, so you are like. What I'm saying is like chasers and fetishizers, they don't see you fully as a woman, they just see you as like.
You're like a man centaur.
Exactly. What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, the red fortress. The whole thing is red. It's kind of a Shadow the Hedgehog situation.
I'm reading what Nia's saying. Yeah, no, genuinely, like, there are a lot of people out there who are not shy about why they are coming to you or what they like about you, and they will reduce you down to a Pornhub category, and that fucking sucks. Like, for me as a seller of this sort of thing, like, obviously I you know, come to expect that, but like, there are people who will try to be your friend and want to like take up your time and like, you know, talk to you and be personal with you, but at the same time, like, you know, they just see you as like, you have hips and you have an ass and you have tits, but also, oh, but that dick though, what that dick do?
Yeah.
And it's like, it yes, as Nia says, people are categories instead of a complex person. That's what they see you as, and it's tough.
Right.
So I think in that way, kill all chasers. I thought I paused the music entirely. Now I will say, like, a lot of chasers go to bat for me in ways that a lot of people don't.
Sure.
So there's that, but like also, you know, thanks, John.
Right.
Bunch of numbers. You're really helping me out there.
It's kind of amazing how quickly after like coming out, and I haven't even like I'm not even on estrogen yet or anything. God damn it! But like, just how quickly you find yourself in these situations, like kind of male friends misreading things and giving unwanted attention and like all these things that like you sort of, I don't know, like,
Ow.
this is a bad wrong thing to say, but you're like, oh yeah, okay, so that's what women feel like all the time. I get it now. that's why you're the way you are. Like, just like
Nailed it.
realizing that someone is your friend and doing things for you and like has this expectation of like fucking you, and that's like the whole thing. Or like a very close trusted friend suddenly getting drunk and getting like really handsy with you and stuff, and like stuff that never ever like happens before, like stuff that you just assume isn't going to happen.
Yeah, that sounds horrific. I'm sorry that happened. Did that happen to you?
Well, sure,
I'm sorry. That's awful.
it's like that, and then like a male friend that said some very. It's actually the reason that the podcast is taking a long way. It's nobody on the. It's no one you've ever spoken to, but say some.
Hey, you don't gotta say shit if you don't need to or want to. All right.
Horrific. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck about anything, but very, very horrific things that just basically come down to like, I want, like, you are this thing, and I want to use that thing for my sexual gratification,
Ugh.
but in like a friendly way, you know, like because
Yeah.
we're friends. Or
Because it's no longer gay, and I can exercise these thoughts. You see.
yes, exactly, like stuff that like as a when you are living
what do I
as
do?
a. You just have to be on the ball, and this is one of my least favorite levels in the game. But like,
What the fuck are you? Go away.
stuff that you just never like. It's not part of your experience when you are living as a man. It's completely alien, but you realize very quickly that like girls go through this shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, I thought we were friends, but what I'm finding out right now is that you see me as like a potential sex partner, and that's been like the crux of this whole thing. And now every interaction we've ever had is completely thrown into
Doubt, speculation.
Yeah, doubt, because like I don't know how much, I don't know like how much and what and everything. It's just, and it's crazy just how fast it changes. And it can be especially unfortunate when you feel like you're sort of like in a really weird middle ground between the two things, like socially, like not you as a person, just the way that people see you is in such a strange place, an amalgam of like basically how you handle both.
Sorry. I'm listening very intently, having the half brain of trying to play this and then also contribute to what you're saying, because you're pouring your soul out here, and I'm like, yeah, Mario, man, it's crazy.
Well, what is the truest expression of my soul than Super Mario Brothers 3? That's Roy.
The greatest game of all time. That's Roy?
That is Roy.
That's Roy Koopa?
It's Roy Koopa.
I didn't even mean to kill him there, I just did it because I'm fucking goated with the sauce. Okay, no, I've also, one of the things I've been reconciling with is that maybe perhaps I drink a bit too much. But if I didn't drink, I wouldn't say that I'm goated with the sauce as often, and that's funny. People like that, right?
Right.
Oh, that's the most pathetic thing I've ever said in my life.
Wait, why the fuck do I have 14 Discord messages? Who's that?
It's me.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, here's the thing. Did Discord break? Because I swear it would always just do like 9+, and then that's what you have, right? But yesterday, I noticed that I had 75+ messages from somebody who will remain nameless, and I'm like, what happened here? No esteemed deeds are honored here. What happened?
It was Obama.
Fucking Obama. Out of office for almost 8 years now. God, has it really been that long?
Am I allowed to go pee? Is that something that
I also desperately need to go piss, but I'm gonna break the seal, so you know. But also, we have like 20 minutes left in the stream, I feel like.
Okay.
So, no, it's up to you. Hi, Cam.
I can probably wait 20 minutes.
Welcome to the party. I'm glad you're here, buddy.
Is anyone still here that knows me personally? Can I get a hell yeah in the chat?
Hey, if you know Charlie, can you give you a hell yeah? While you're at it, go and subscribe to the Mugwumps podcast on whatever podcast catcher you use.
So okay, so what's you're having a bit of a situation with Arby's?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I Arby's has a pretty good dippy sandwich. I love a dippy.
Is it?
But I have to say
the beef and Swiss.
Yeah.
That's exclusively the only sandwich I fuck with.
I love that thing. But also they have a
you go ahead.
Like it's not an Arby's kind of thing. It's like a turkey sandwich with like ranch dressing and onions and like tomato and stuff on it, and it's so good. So
I don't remember where the bit started, but around the time that Arby's introduced their curly fried vodka, we started to have this beef, and I don't know what started it. It's entirely one-sided. They have not acknowledged me whatsoever. But I had Arby's for lunch yesterday, and again, the only thing I fuck with is their beef dip, because I used to get their like Philly Swiss, which was just beef, Swiss, and like green peppers. So
right.
You can modify the beef dip to have onions and jalapenos, and then it's basically just a Philly Swiss, right?
Right.
But, and I took a picture of this because I tweeted about it, but like, the amount of roast beef they put on this fucking sandwich is unconscionable. It is ghoulish. It is the most horrendous thing I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that this is the default option, this is not like extra beef. This is the default option for beef that they give you. It is mind-boggling. I didn't post it because it's disgusting, but like, I have a picture of the sandwich, and it's it confuddles anyone. It drives people to madness to look at this sort of thing. Nia, to answer your question, it's like the beef dip comes with like jus, like beef sauce that you dip it in, basically. Yeah, au jus, or like, you know, yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, I imagine like in that sort of sense, like beef dip, this non-Newtonian fluid that's like hummus, but with like chunks of beef in it.
It's
yeah, no,
like
this
literally meat drippings. Au jus is literally meat drippings. It's like
it's gravy that didn't get there.
It's very watery. It's like flavorful warm beef water. So imagine
Buffalo New Black.
Beef
Yeah,
flavored
exactly
ramen.
that.
Beef flavored ramen without any of the noodles in it. Think about that. Like really good ramen juice.
Hey,
like,
okay, also folks, hey listen, so here's the thing, beef flavored ramen, if you get the poutine flavored Kraft Dinner, it's literally just a pack full of like beef bouillon. That's what you're seasoning those noodles with. It's horrendous. I feel like we should just flip it over to the just chatting window. Pardon me, I'm dead, and Safety Sock, hello, welcome. Charlie's friends are here, and they're following me, which is great. That makes me feel great.
Who is pardon me, I'm dead? I don't know.
I don't know. They're saying hell yeah, but also Safety Sock is here. Is that wife?
No, wife is not Safety Sock.
Safety Sock is someone else. Safety Sock is. Oh, is pardon me, I'm dead. Is this DJ VR in the chat?
DJ VR.
Dayton in the chat.
I'm glad
we talked about you earlier, but you will never know why.
I'm glad all the Charlie Warriors are showing up this late into the stream.
All my most powerful Charlie Warriors.
JoJo.
But
anyway, so Heather, yes, Arby's made a bunch of they made like curly fry vodka, they made something else vodka, they made 2 different kinds of vodka, and somehow it was established that a part of my intrinsic lore is that I have a beef with Arby's, which is funny because they have the meats or whatever. Well, okay, Nia, that's so funny because when I had my wisdom teeth removed, I'm like, I can eat hot dogs. This is soft. I could not eat hot dogs. My mouth was on fire. But I'm glad that when you were high, the Arby's tasted good. Because I'll tell you what, like Arby's is so hit and miss. But the only thing I fuck with is that one sandwich. But like, I've had their regular, I've had their chicken offerings, I've had so much of their stuff. It's just like, it's so wild to me, especially in Canada, because none of the menus are different. Like, this is what they offer. This is all they have, and it's just so mediocre.
To me, I will say, like, I'm with you. I basically only get either the little turkey sandwich or the dippy. But like, I completely lost my train of thought.
The dippy or the
I'm trying to think
turkey.
if I said anything mean about Dayton the whole time. It's distracted me.
I genuinely
did.
I genuinely have no idea what we would have said about this person because you never said any names. So
right, I don't
me.
think I said anything mean. I think I only said glowing reviews, but
yeah, I think it was all nice.
I remember. I was gonna say that, like, I will say that I like the background of this one. The stripes.
The stripes are cool, and also I like how the coin sprites make their own little like negative space.
Yeah, but it makes. I guess it's the effect of snowing. But like, anyway, the Arby's just plain ass Arby's roast beef sandwich is sort of the Pepsi of the fast food sandwich world, where every once in a while, it hits in just the right way.
Well, you know what's so fascinating about that? One, I prefer Pepsi, but two, like, I watched the Defunctland episode where he makes the handwich, and I'm like, I need to eat Arby's right now. I need Arby's right this fucking second. And it's weird how, like, I don't think I'm susceptible to advertising. I see an advertisement and my blood boils in that weird way. But like, if I just see a picture of a hamburger out in the wild, I'm like, I need a hamburger right this fucking second. I need it right now. So just this video of this guy going to Arby's to get roast beef to make a handwich. To take this sandwich and like tear it apart for its base components. I'm like, I need Arby's right now. I need it so bad. And that's just the way my horrible mind works. But having said that, having had the basic roast beef sandwich, It was mediocre. I didn't care for it. Red Ranch, I don't even know what that is, but it's not my thing.
I also meant to ask you. So, as the resident expert, would you imagine a giant woman to sort of pick up an art? Like, if they're hungry, do they eat a whole Arby's, or did they order 1,000,000 sandwiches, or how does that?
I think in the convenience of the fetish, they would just pick up the whole building and then eat it, like mortar and all.
That seems gross.
It does, but then at the same time, you have like people putting entire skyscrapers up their snatch. They can't possibly be comfortable, but they do it because it's the aesthetic.
Right. It's all about power.
Yeah. Again, I'm on an episode of the Mug Bombs. We talked about this at length, and I was thinking back to it. I'm like, man, we sure talked about this one thing so much, and I thought it wasn't weird, but like, I'm surprised you gave me that much like runway to talk about this niche fetish for like that long.
I want you to. It's interesting. I like to be, and I guess I'm not exactly on the outside looking in. I mean, I yerk my pud as anyone does, but like. Just the outside looking in on communities like this, and the serious side of it fascinates me. That's me right now with Fallout. I don't know dick about Fallout, but I'm learning so much from watching the fans sort of
tear themselves
hate
apart
and yell and try to kill each other over the most minute of things.
Yeah, no. As Nia says, you hope you find like a 50s style diner that's just shaped like a burger, and you go from there.
That's true. Yeah.
And as GD says, there will be an exasperated retail worker somewhere just to watch it all happen. I'm so glad that I have people from this community in my chat. God bless you all to at least back me up here when I'm talking about this sort of thing. Because again, our brains all work in different ways, and you can provide so much more context than I ever could. So I'm very grateful for that. Oh, it's not. It's a castle. It's not very cheery. I'm sorry. I was gonna do cheery 1-1 music. Fuck. Nope. Nope. Oh, stupid. I'm at the point with Mario 3 where I'm like, man, I love this game to death. I'm at the point where I would normally check out. I did it on purpose, but
Dayton did point out that I did call him a kiss ass, and I want to set the record straight for the world. I was being intentionally facetious.
Oh, were you now?
I was being silly.
That never happened. By that I mean this.
She
Whoops.
meant it, and she's not sorry.
Oh no! How many communities are you tearing apart right now?
I don't know. I can do more. I do think it's talking about like the intricacies, the ins and outs of these niche fetish communities. I think it's kind of hilarious when like, I don't know what it is. It's like when in a vor situation, when you introduce the idea of like reformers and stuff, that's right out. I feel like there is the ability to open your mouth real big and eat somebody whole and them just be alive in your stomach is exactly as much like goofy, unrealistic as you can go. And like when you go even like any further than that, it immediately gets too silly for me to like engage with.
Huh.
Which might be more of a me thing.
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing, and Vor has never been my bag. I appreciate the power play of it, but like the mechanics of it's never been something I come to. Not that poor choice of words, but also at the same time not really. But like, so there are just so many ways you can slice that pie and like eat it too. That trying to reconcile with all that, you get bogged down in the weeds. It's sort of the things like. Genuinely, I don't even know how to talk about it. There's just so many ways you can just kind of like think about this sort of thing that like, if you don't like it, there's a way that probably they do it that you do like it.
Well, that's the thing. It's this is something. I guess I'm losing my ability to be embarrassed by things because for most of my life I would tell you basically anything about me except for I don't talk about Vor. That's my little secret. And I'm not exactly lining up to script from the heavens, but it's funny to talk about, and it's funny how much like I've known a lot of people some good, some not within that space. And it really is a thing where I don't think I have ever known any two people that have the exact same that like the exact same things in the exact same way. It's like you said, like it really is like there is 1,000 ways to slice it and enjoy it, and like everyone has their own particular thing. And oh yeah, no, it's okay. So what you're saying? I hate that. Yes, no, I hate that. Like when someone actually says "vor" in the story, like that's not what you would say.
No, I'm gonna eat you now.
Yeah.
I'm fucking so smooth, dog. Did you see that? Whoa!
But
whoa!
it's like
whoa! I mean, we're good. Totally good. Everything's good.
and people think, oh,
Fuck.
you say that, and people are like, oh yeah, well, there's the like you can the
Sure.
swallowed whole kind, and like the chewed and eat and like chewed up and like hurt kind, but like there's like. I remember a period where everybody was into eating fucking garbage bags for some fucking reason.
What?
I mean, I do that in my daily life, but I don't bring sex into it.
Yeah, that's for me. Jack, are you okay?
I will say one time, because like it's weird that you mentioned that, because I feel like it's almost taboo in the vor community to like chew or to eat, like to physically like chew. You basically swallow someone whole, but like if you really want to be like very cruel, that's when you introduce chewing to it, and it's like
Right.
because like part of it is like the digestion and like the sliding down the throat and like becoming, you know, part of the ecosystem as you're alive and being like burned alive by stomach acid. To chew
Right.
is just like, we're gonna end it right here and now. You are not going to enjoy the trip. You are becoming nutrients as soon as I bite down my teeth. And I
Right.
found out very quickly that a lot of people are not into that sort of thing. They do not want that visceralness.
No, well, it's like I don't. It's the whole thing is goofy. It's
George
it's
Keith?
goofy as fuck. Like, but I don't ever bring up that the person is going to die. I mean, like they are, obviously, in a horrible way. But we don't talk about it like you're not like it's like you know. It's that picture of like the stop blowing vapes from a baby. Okay, first it was some other shit, and scientists don't even know the ramifications yet. It's like you're not dying. It's like some other shit.
Siege, what the hell? Hey, buddy, what's up? First phrase I saw when I opened the stream, girl piss. When did we talk about girl piss? What are you talking about?
Well, it's that person's like some people enjoy fail too. No, I do too, but we don't say die. We don't say I'm going to kill you.
Fuck you piece of
I
shit.
do, but not in that context.
Right. That's just for you.
It's just for me.
Wow, Siege just subscribed at tier 1 for 4 months. Wow, buddy. Thanks. I fucked up so bad. My goodness. Siege, it has been a rip-roaring good time, buddy. We have talked about so much nonsense. My goodness. Oh, is this a gimmick level? This is a gimmick level. My goodness. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh yeah, this is the one we have to fly up. This one kind of blows.
Okay, you know.
I don't know. It's cool because there are very few levels like this in this game, but it is difficult to pull off.
Oh, I fucked them up. They're broken. Oh. Oh yeah. Hey, by the way, hey, listen, hey, folks at home. While I have you here, do you have an Amazon Prime account? If you do, it might behoove you to subscribe to the DT Star platform on Twitch, because with your Amazon Prime account, it's actually, I don't know the mechanics of it, you know, our producer Siege here might explain it better than I could, but from what I understand, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you're basically allowed 1 free Twitch sub a month, at no cost to you, but I still get the money for it, so if you have a Twitch Prime, or Amazon Prime rather, subscribe to DT Star on Twitch, and you will not pay any money for it that you're not paying for Twitch Prime already. And I get the kickback. So, what do you say, folks?
Let me help you out. So you notice the little holes on the top of the level?
Those
In the
holes up
ceiling?
there, yeah.
Yeah, you need to fly
You
up.
fucking bastard! I'll kill your family. Sorry, go ahead.
Fly up at least one of those.
No.
I don't remember which one.
I bet it's this one.
I was writing poetry for Baby Gonzo.
Gonzo the
There
Muppet?
was no. You have to push kind of hard. One minute.
Oh, it wasn't there. Uh-oh.
But maybe I didn't do so.
I bet it's that one right there.
Yeah, I think it's down here maybe.
Oh, slow down. No! You son of a whore. No, absolutely not.
Wait, how do I do a new thing? Because now
Fuck you.
You also it's like it's interesting the divide between like the people who like it willing versus unwilling, especially because you have like I've seen a lot of people that prefer like willing or whatever like no, it's like depressing. It's like they want to die, and it's like I mean like I guess in a sense. But, like, would that not make your thing worse?
Your thing worse. Oh, I need to bring the shell up here. Fudge.
Fuck.
All right, boys, back it up. Back it up, boys. We need our good pal, the Koopa.
It's a fascinating.
Where is he? Where'd he go?
Fascinating tableau.
You cocksucker! I need you bastard!
I think you might need to go through the pipe and take another.
I need to reset everything. No! I have to go. I have to pee so badly.
We can take a little. We can stop if you want to.
I think this is where I have met my match. I'm gonna run the clock down. I'm holding down the fast forward button until I die. Yeah, no, this is the Yakuza 0 stream when Maeve said we're on the last chapter, we're almost there, and I'm like, okay, I have to play 40 minutes of this game while desperately needing to like piss more than I've ever pissed in my entire life. I'm gonna switch it over to the chatting window. What the fuck is this? No. Where's my webcam? Hey, there I am.
Oh no! Did
I
I make you cry or did Didi make you cry?
Who's crying? Oh boy. What a nightmare.
Please save me, please save me, please save me.
Okay. This has been a... Oh, Heather. Yeah, no, we've been talking about some heavy stuff and things have been rippled. No, we're not talking... Siege, your presence was missed, but it's not because of that, trust me. But I will say, all things considered, this was a very important stream, and I'm glad we kind of we broke down some walls here.
Now, anyone who's ever in a Discord with Didi knows that she hates it the whole time and resents your presence.
That's not true. Okay, have I said that? Did I say that?
Not in so many words.
Okay.
I'm joshing with you.
Well, here's the thing. You might be joshing with me, but like, a part of me feels that way because I know that I have a very low social battery, and there are a lot of people vying for that attention that I just can't give. So it is unfortunate. Oh no, I died. What can I ever do?
As long as you apply at least 80% attention to me, I think that you're going to be all right.
You could have my attention anytime you want it. That's the beauty of it, you know?
Thank you.
You just gotta fight for it, because I like it when people fight for me. But hell yeah. Hey, Charlie.
Yes.
I'm very glad I had you on the stream. This was great.
I'm very glad. I'm glad I caught you, and I felt kind of bad because I felt like somebody else was in the process of asking for the stream. I just happened to beat them.
I mean, I'm working stuff out every week, and things come and go. There, a lot like things will. How do I say this? Everything that comes to me is going to happen, especially in that stream server. It's just a matter of time. But like, you know, I will get back and do a bunch of stuff with a bunch of different people. It just so happens that this is a game that I like. You're a person that I like. This is something that I wanted to do very desperately. So I'm glad that you brought it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I kind of want to do Majora's Mask now because you brought that up.
I would love to play Majora's Mask. I would love to get a 3DS emulator and play Majora's Mask 3D because that game fascinates me.
There is a very good 3DS emulator. You would be amazed how good 3DS games look like on a computer screen.
Okay.
It's like they're not like no, a friend of mine got it running for me, and it's pretty tops.
Because, like, again, like, I know Majora's Mask front to back. Like, it is the game that I spent the most time with. But I have my 3DS here. I've played Majora's Mask 3D 3 or 4 times. Not much. But the changes they've made to that game are very interesting to me. And, like, I would love to just kind of go through it and sit down and, like, hey, this is a weird little thing they did. This is a weird little thing they did. The engine is weird here because of this thing. And I feel like I could confidently speak on that in a way that I probably wouldn't be able to with a lot of other games. Because I don't think I've ever had a game like that I cherished so deeply remade on that level. Like the Halo remake was just like a coat of paint pressed over the original engine with like minor tweaks. Majora's Mask was like rebuilt from the ground up in their new like 3DS engine. And like they I know with Ocarina of Time they deliberately kept a lot of glitches in, but like Majora's Mask is like totally alien in that regard.
I will say I don't like the changes to the bosses.
Yeah.
I like the I like most changes. I think the bosses. I remember
Georg is the worst one in my opinion.
100%. I was about to say. I remember I was at the beach and I was the only one awake. I was staying up late because I was doing that temple, and I was like, as soon as I beat this boss, I'm going to bed. And I feel like I was fighting Georg for like fucking 40 minutes.
Well, here's the thing: the changes to like specifically like the changes to the Zora Mask. I think the Water Temple, like the Great Bay Temple, is my least favorite part of that game conclusively.
Right.
The changes to the Zora Mask and swimming and Georg in the 3DS remake make it like abysmal. Even though like it's my favorite area. The Great Bay is my favorite area in the game. Excuse me. The temple is just so bad, and the swimming is just weird.
Right.
Ugh,
water. I don't know. Like the temple's okay. I hate that boss. Even the original, I hate that boss fight. And like. Yeah, I forgot they changed all the stuff with the way swimming works. But, like, I like the new stuff with saving and, like, all the quality of life improvements, but I don't know why they changed. I remember the fight with, it's Twin Mold, right?
Yeah, have a good night, Twin Mold, yeah. Have a good night, Nia.
Good night.
I was thinking of the Hot Wheels car, twin something. Go ahead.
But I feel like that fight they changed, it became like a lot harder and a lot like longer needlessly. I don't know. I haven't beat it yet, and it's my fault. Like I just need to do it. Like I have all the masks, and I am right up to. All I have to do is just go to the clock tower and go to the moon and stuff.
You know, that's my thing, is that I will replay games up until the very last boss. Like I'll play like Metroid Prime 2. And then, like, I'm at the ing, I quit. No, Twin Mold is the 2 worms from the Stone Tower Temple Siege. Twin Rova is the boss from Ocarina of Time with the 2 witches. Twin Mill is the Hot Wheels car. A lot of things they call Twin. But no, this is good. Knowing that you like this game, Majora's Mask a lot. I like Majora's Mask a lot, so this is good. This is future-proofing, because we have plans now.
Right. And I promise I will, and maybe like next time we record, we can probably get you on if you're up for it. It's very difficult. The only thing is that like you as a human being with a life need warning in advance, and oftentimes we don't know if we're recording right up to someone's at my house.
And the problem too with Sundays too is like more than like I have my work week, but then Sundays are the one day a week where I'm like, you may be called upon to fulfill a specific task because your grandfather needs to go to the hospital. I'm like, okay, great. I'll drive my grandfather to the hospital. Of course I will. I'm not going to say no to that, but at the same time, like, I will never know in advance if I need to do that. And it sucks. So it's one of those things that if I have sufficient enough time off, I can say, no, I'm sorry, Grandpa. Someone else has to take you to the hospital. I'm doing a podcast.
Right. No, I get you. Well, like, we recorded like 2 things today. It's not strictly Sunday anymore. We'll work something out. I promise. But Dayton, I want you to write me what is my final message. I will read anything you write verbatim.
What?
Since I assume I don't want to stop, but I actually do have to pee, and you haven't eaten. You need to
I have not eaten, and I desperately have to go piss. Oh my god, I'm dying.
So Dayton, just write me a send-off. We're waiting on it.
Oh, we're waiting
for that?
Counting
on you.
I can end the stream. I'm good at ending streams now. I know how to do it. Despite famously being very bad at ending streams.
If you don't do it, then Large Didi will step on you and kind of kind of crush you between her little toesy woesies or whatever it is that you people
I need a new pedicure. I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
talk about. I do think it's funny giantess stuff that's just like, yeah, then I just hurt the little thing.
I am super racist against Italians, 100%. Well, I just said that clean, so fuck me.
Oh, you got both of us. I am super racist against Italians, 100%.
You can't be racist against Italians. They're white. There, that's my controversial hot take of the evening.
They're Colonel Tom Parker over here.
Anyway,
They're white.
Charlie, do you want to plug anything before we go?
Plug my big fat. I don't know. Listen to the Mugwumps if you want to. We talk about killing ourselves. Talk about jacking off. We try to be funny. Usually we're not. We just talk about whatever.
No, the last few episodes have been very funny. They've been very entertaining. And
Well,
I say
thank
that.
you. I'm glad we're finally getting it.
Well, I say that because like the last few episodes are what specifically I've listened to. So you may have been funny before that, but it's like the one I'm on, and then these last few episodes.
A funny thing is, one of our co-hosts hates recording over Discord. I don't know why.
Oh,
I have no clue. He hates recording over Discord.
Heather, thanks.
And you and oh no, you and Dayton both have suffered because of that, and it's kind of gotten to the point where like just overrule the fucker. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only way it's gonna work for me.
Show up and fucking.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's the only way to work for either of you. But anyway, no, we'll listen to Mugwumps. We're on Spotify and all the various things. It's
This past episode, we had some pretty good bits, and also me having to explain the O.J. Simpson trial.
yeah, you explained the glove thing.
Oh
to
yeah, that
everybody.
did happen recently, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was gonna say passed away,
died.
but I reserve that language for people I care about, so he died.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But,
yeah, listen to Mugwumps. I'm on an episode now. We'll be on more in the future, probably. So
I would like you to be. It's fun.
I
And
enjoy my time.
commission me artistically. That's also
Yeah, no,
I won't-
Charlie.
I won't-
Hey, here's the thing. If you know about this stream from Twitter, you know that Charlie drew the poster for this. Charlie does amazing art. I love your fantasy pieces. I think you are incredibly talented. Charlie also drew. This is one of those things I haven't talked about in a while, but I have like a wrestling universe. Charlie drew a comic featuring my wrestling character like a million years ago. It's out there. It's good.
Yeah,
It's somewhere out there. I'll bring it back.
but well, do you have any final words for our listeners, Dee Dee? Do you want to plug anything?
Oh, well, they know where to get at me. You know, I'm me. You know me. I was looking for people to raid. No one I know is online, so I'm not going to raid anybody. But we'll do it all again next time, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, I think it's going to be chess. I'll have more about that in a bit. But in the meantime, you know, be you. Stay cool. Kisses. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Good night, everybody.
Good night. I'm just going to look and see if people say good night on the stream in the chat. If they don't say good night, they're dead to me.
Say good night. Say good night.
But also, you gotta hurry because I desperately have to go to the bathroom. Heather, love you. And Gigi says, great stream. Okay, you guys are great. That's all I need. Goodbye. Good night.